Hello, everybody. How are you? TGI, it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Please put your fingers on the share button and get people onto this wonderful platform where we're going to be discussing about that thing that is so important to all of us, and that is relationship. So please keep sharing where I look for another beautiful love song just to celebrate the fact that we are alive and God has given us so many things to be grateful for. Once again, I want to say welcome to Adam and Eve, all Adam and Eve on earth. God bless you all. God bless you. Hope you had a good week. I had a good week. I've rested well, as you can see. Slept most of the day. Hopefully, network is going to be very good as well today because we worked. So I believe that God is definitely on the throne. So please keep sharing as you get people onto this wonderful platform. Once again, TGI Friday, Adam and Eve.
Cause this style is identical to none. How can it make you dance? Come on, that's what you came for.
Yay! Mo wá dúpẹ́ orin àná, bàbá mo dúpẹ́ o. Mo wá dúpẹ́ orin àná, bàbá mo dúpẹ́ o. Mo tún dúpẹ́ orin àná, bàbá mo dúpẹ́ o. Bàbá mo dúpẹ́ o. Bàbá mo dúpẹ́ o. Bàbá mo dúpẹ́ o. Bàbá mo dúpẹ́. Bí mo bá jí lówùrọ̀ kùtùkùtù máa dorí mi. Mo ṣoríire o, ẹlẹ́dà mi. Mo dúpẹ́ o. Bí mo bá jí lówùrọ̀ kùtùkùtù máa dorí mi. Mo ṣoríire o, ẹlẹ́dà mi. Mo dúpẹ́ o. Mo ṣoríire o, ẹlẹ́dà mi. Mo dúpẹ́ o. Mo ṣoríire o, ẹlẹ́dà mi. Mo dúpẹ́ o. Ọlọ́run àgbáyé, Ọlọ́run àgbáyé, Ọlọ́run àgbáyé, Ọlọ́run àgbáyé. Ìwọ nìkan ní ìgbẹ́kẹ̀lé mi. Ìwọ nìkan ní ìgbẹ́kẹ̀lé mi. Bàbá 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 Olúwa, ọmọdé bá dúpẹ́ orí ẹ̀ náà. A rí òmíràn gbà ó. Kò sẹ́ni tó lè ṣe é bí kì í ṣe wọ́n o. Bí mo bá jí lówùrọ̀ kùtùkùtù máa dorí mi mú. Mo ṣoríire o, ẹlẹ́dàá mi. Ìjọ yìí o. Bí mo bá jí lówùrọ̀ kùtùkùtù máa dorí mi mú. Mo ṣoríire o, ẹlẹ́dàá mi. Mo dúpẹ́ o. Mo ṣoríire o, ẹlẹ́dàá mi. Mo dúpẹ́ o. Mo ṣoríire o, ẹlẹ́dàá mi. Are you dancing? Yeah. Oh yeah. Easy. Let's go. Easy. Let's go. Ẹlẹ́dàá mi mo ti yẹ mú. Mo ti yẹ mú. Ẹlẹ́dàá mi mo ti yẹ mú. Mi ò gbọ́dọ̀ jábọ́. Ẹlẹ́dàá mi mo ti yẹ mú. Mo ti yẹ mú. Ẹlẹ́dàá mi mo ti yẹ mú. Mi ò gbọ́dọ̀ jábọ́. Ọlọ́run àgbáyé. Ọlọ́run àgbáyé. Ọlọ́run àgbáyé. Mi ò gbọ́dọ̀ jábọ́. Kò sẹ́ni tó lè ṣe é bí kì í ṣe wọ́n. Kò sẹ́ni tó lè ṣe é bí kì í ṣe wọ́n. Ọ̀tẹ̀rẹ̀rẹ̀ ayẹyẹ. Bí mo bá jí lówùrọ̀ kùtùkùtù máa dorí mi mú. Mo ṣoríire o, ẹlẹ́dàá mi. Mo dúpẹ́ o. Bí mo bá jí lówùrọ̀ kùtùkùtù máa dorí mi mú. Mo ṣoríire o, ẹlẹ́dàá mi. Mo dúpẹ́ o. Bàbá mo dúpẹ́ o. Bàbá mo dúpẹ́ o. Bàbá mo dúpẹ́ o. Bàbá mo dúpẹ́. Mo ṣoríire o, ẹlẹ́dàá mi. Mo dúpẹ́ o. Mo ṣoríire o, ẹlẹ́dàá mi. Mo dúpẹ́ o. Mo ṣoríire o. ṣoríire o, ẹlẹ́dàá mi mo dúpẹ́ o. Mo 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 ṣoríire o, ẹlẹ́dàá mi.
Hey, hello everybody, what's up? Should we get into it or we should dance?
I am evangelist.
Ijo Iron, may God help us. Ijo Iron ni o. Ijo ni o. There's one song I like. Let me play that one. Ibo, it's Friday. We've worked really hard. We've prayed. God is definitely on the throne. And there is nothing we can do but just to dance a little bit and then we talk about relationship. Today, Oma Leti Kego and Oma Koja Rada.
It's my maestro, the beat, baby.
Whoa, I think we should just sit down before I pass out. Oh my God, that was such good exercise. Hero. What's it all?
Yeah.
That means we should stop dancing. TGI Friday. Hello, everybody. How you doing where you are? Welcome aboard. I'm out of breath. Oh, God. Hey, I remember back then that we used to like go all the way, like, you know, all night long. But we thank God anyway. You know, like I always say, and I thank God that even though I am serving Him, God is still faithful. God is still faithful. So please keep sharing and sharing and sharing while I pull up my what's it called? My what I wrote down here. That's it. That's one. Good. Our God is really faithful. Our God is faithful. Thank you. Sonia, they call me darling. That's my number. Hello, Jebe. Hello, Jebe. Hello, Jebe. Please keep sharing. Get people on board this. This king can actually disgrace somebody sometimes. Our God is faithful. Our God is faithful. Our God is faithful. Please keep sharing. Keep sharing. Keep sharing, please. Keep sharing. You really want to hear what I have to say today. This is very, very, very important. Admins, if you're there, can you put up the title of this program on Facebook? I put it on YouTube already. And can you put up Adam and Eve Season 1, Episode 2? And the title is Lies. Please kindly put it up for us, please. Thank you. I'm looking for something. Okay, good. Praise God. Praise God. Thank you so very much. Can we do a quick recap before I do that? Anyway, let me just mind my manners. I want to say welcome on board, all of you. Good evening to the new people just watching, and of course, good evening to the oldies as well. I don't know if the admins are there. Admin, if you're there, indicate and let me know that you were there. I just want to say that actually, she said this is MCTC, but it's not MCTC. MCTC is what we do in the morning. That's the morning coffee / tea with Christ, where we gather in the morning to talk about the word of God, and of course to motivate and encourage ourselves, and also to find a way to perfect our relationship with God. Out of this, we decided to start this particular program called Adam and Eve, so that we can use it as a platform to discuss the issues and the challenges that we face in our earthly relationship. I'm talking about relationship. I'm talking about relationship between a man and a woman. I'm talking about your children. I'm talking about your family members as well. So last week was a maiden edition, and it was the episode 1 season. We're going to be running it season by season, so this is season 1. Last week we did edition, and it was the episode 1 season. We're going to be running it season by season, so this is season 1. Last week we did episode 1, and that was where we looked at how it all started, what exactly brought about this confusion in relationship. Why is it so difficult to have a perfect relationship? Why do we struggle so much, okay, in our relationship, and why are we facing so many challenges in our relationship? So we found out what caused it last week, and if I can just do a quick recap, what we discovered was, we discovered that basically the reason why we're facing so many challenges is because things have changed and times have changed. Okay, the initial role that a man was supposed to play and a woman was supposed to play, of course, as she likes, as the world evolved, things got out of hands a little bit, and both the man and the woman are finding it difficult to continue the way it was supposed to be, and at the same time they're both finding it difficult as well to adapt to the way it is at the moment. That was what we discussed last week. And based on that, we thought we should move on and just start treating and looking at all the issues that we face. And while I was pondering on some of these issues, the word that came to my mind first, which I think is something and a huge challenge for all of us, is the issue of lies. Yeah, lies. Yeah, lies. The issue of lies. Lies. Can I roll on? Are we ready? Are we ready to talk about this? I can't find my admin. I don't know where all of them are. Sister Made, can you send a message to the group and let admin know that I'm out? I can't find any of them. None of them is here. I don't know if they've gone to bed. But please kindly try and get admin on board for me. Okay, so we want to look at lies today. Yes. Lies has destroyed so many homes, as we all know, relationships and country as well. Yet it's not something that we give as much attention to as required, even though lie is a major issue that causes a lot of confusion and a lot of breakup as well, because it's very difficult to deal with the issue of lies, because once lies comes into a relationship, it destroys the trust. Now, when two people are together and they're struggling with the issue of trust, you are bound to face a lot of challenges, because like I always preach here, I say what love does is love will bring two people together, okay, but it is trust and respect that keeps them going and that keeps the relationship going as well. And what usually chases trust out of a relationship is lies. And that's why we want to look at this issue of lies, so that we can see if there's any way we can all try as much as possible to pay more attention to the issue of lies, and perhaps through doing that we'll be able to find some kind of way to deal with the issues that we face in our challenges. You can go. Thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna move on quickly now. Okay, like I said, we give as much attention as required, but it's never seen as the main cause of the situation, but rather just casually referred to. Yet, lie is the most destructive weapon, okay, the enemy has used to destroy so many lives. In fact, lies is the greatest sin committed since mankind. Do you understand? Because even the issue, do you understand, that got us here? The issue in the Garden of Eden between Adam and Eve was caused because of the lies that was told. The serpent lied to Eve about the apple, and of course, Eve gave the apple to Adam, and that's how they got chased out of the Garden of Eden. So in our series, Adam and Eve, it's only natural for us to look at it in depth, understanding that it is one of the underlying causes of broken relationships and marriages. Lies is an action. Okay, lie is an action in which one person deliberately sets out to mislead another. Do you understand? You don't tell a lie because you want to lie. You tell a lie because of something. When you open your mouth and lies tumble out of your mouth, you are lying because you are deliberately trying to mislead someone, maybe your partner, maybe your spouse, maybe your parents, maybe your colleagues at work as well. So lie is something that is told with an intention. There is a motive behind every lie that is told. Don't forget that this is a very interactive session. So please, you're more than welcome to add your own contribution as well as we move on. Okay, now who lies? That's the question I want to ask. who lies? Okay, some people will say, I don't lie, but I say we all lie. There's nobody that does not lie. Maybe the degree of is what is different. Do we all agree on that? I need you to be as interactive as much as you can. I need a pillow. What's her name again? Comfort. Comfort. I need a pillow. This chair is funny. So who tells lies? Who lies? Comfort. Who are the people that lies? Do you believe who tells lies? Can you say that you don't lie, or do you think everyone lies? I know there's a delay, but I can't see the comments, so please kindly just type something so I know that the network is good and we can move on. Why is everybody just coming? Are you people sleeping, or is it because I came out late? Okay, the question I asked was, I said, who lies? Admin Osimbio. Thank you, Opeyemi O Akin. Thank you so much. Admins are not here. The network is good. Thank you. Where are you? Hey guys. Okay, we all do. Okay, can I have a pillow? A pillow? No. One of those ones. Bring that away. This chair is wonky. I'm not comfortable. Thank you. Aha. Okay, better. Okay, that's better. That's better because we have to really look after the back. Okay, you're there, but you're not saying anything, admin, so I don't know if you're there or not. Thank you for that. Everybody lies once in a while. Okay, thank God for that. Comfort. This light is funny. Come turn it a bit like this. Turn it a bit. No, that way. That's fine. Then reduce it a bit. There, the rubber there. Reduce it. Reduce it. You're not reducing it. Because it's reflecting in my glasses, so I couldn't see the comment properly. I think it's a bit better. Yeah, I think it's a bit better now. Okay, both parties lie. Thank you. Everybody lies once in a while. Thank you so much. Thank you, Opeyemi. Oh, Akin, God bless you. Thank you for that. Okay, so simply put, I would say everyone lies. We all lie. We all tell lies. One way or the other, we all tell lies. Okay, good morning, admin. Welcome on board. Good morning. Okay, most of us lie. Most lies occur at the beginning of a relationship or at the point of first interaction with someone new. Okay, because sometimes I'll tell you the reason why people do that. Now, let me say, why do we lie? Okay, I'm going somewhere. You need to stay with me here. We tell lies as a way of allowing us live together without violence and aggression, because often we would prefer to hear subtle distortions of the truth than the cold hard fact. The truth is bitter, they always say. So sometimes we tell lies for various reasons. One thing I want you to know is there is no lie that is told without a motive or an intent. And usually the intent behind every lie is to kind of like, sort of like maybe deceive someone, or just sort of like to, not to make the truth too harsh. I'm going to ignore that. What's it called? Admin, I'm going to ignore that with the question that you said. Okay, now it's impossible to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth as humans, even on the earth. Do you agree with me? Sometimes you think, we all say that, you know what, we should say the truth and we should lie. But the fact is, sometimes you just have to lie. Who is here today, and which one of you is listening to me that can actually say that from the beginning of the day, from the first hour of today, wherever you are in this world, whichever continent that you are in, can you say that you have not told one lie for sure? If you were all to sit back and think back, you have told one lie, whether consciously or unconsciously, you have said something that is far from the truth. It might not be a blatant lie, okay, or a lie that would have a detrimental effect on you or the other party that you're telling it to, but we just kind of like lie, isn't it? Thank you for that, Brother David. It is impossible not to lie. we tell lies one way or the other. We just say it without even meaning to lie. No matter how much the Holy Spirit resides in you, no matter how righteous you think you are striving to be, one way or the other, we just naturally just, lie a little bit, okay? Now, let's move on. Now, like I said, if you don't lie, for sure, you won't have friends. That's one reason why you have to tell lies. I'm coming. Probably be out of job as well, in jail or at the hospital, okay? No, so we all tell lies at one point or the other. Perhaps you disagree with me. You are 100% sure you don't lie. Now, some people can say that, wow, Muturu Adam, I pray that the God that we serve would grab hold of this COVID-19 and the way he's destroying people. Brother Muturu Adam, I've taken that on board. We will organize a prayer session and we will pray concerning what you have requested. And I pray that the God that we serve here would definitely, I don't know, hear our prayer and it will save our people. Thank you very much for that. Olatunde Adesuyi on YouTube. You said we always talk lie to ourselves, even to God. Yes, some of us even lie to God. That is how much we lie. That's how much we lie. We just generally just get into it and we just tell lies. But I'm coming. Okay. Now you can say that if I ask you, you can say, no, I don't lie. Okay. I've heard some people say, I don't lie. And I say that the fact that you said that you don't lie means you are lying, because it is impossible for you not to lie. Okay. Now, if you say that you don't tell conscious lies, okay, for whatever reason, perhaps you're very good. You're a very disciplined person. Perhaps you're very, very, I don't know, you're always in spirit. Perhaps you are righteous. I'm not righteous. I'm striving to be righteous, okay? And I know and I see my imperfection. And every day I pray for God to help me to perfect myself, okay? But what about unconscious lie? Amen. What about unconscious lies? Okay, even if you say that you don't lie, there are some lies that you just tell unconsciously. And I can tell you one of the lies that we all tell unconsciously. Okay, now unconscious lies are lies considered not to be actual but doctored truth. So you might not be telling an outright lie, okay, but you do doctor the truth as well. Example is when you let someone make an assumption based on what you did or you didn't tell them. That's a lie. Okay, it's an unconscious lie. Okay, so if, for example, if you asked me a question and I deliberately refuse to answer you, or you make an assumption, okay, and I don't correct you, one way or the other, I'm telling a lie because I am not being factual with the truth. Okay, now, when you sidestep the truth gently to avoid hurting someone's feelings, this we do a lot in relationship, especially in marriages, okay? For whatever reason, do you understand? Because you care about that person, when they ask you certain home truth, or they ask you certain point blank questions, you kind of like you sidestep it a little bit, not because you want to lie, but because you care about that person and you don't want to hurt them. Thank you for that. Thank you for that comment, Sister Lola Gushe. God bless you. Yes, we lie at times to save situations. So that is another way of lying. So some of you that come out right now and say you don't lie, I am telling you the ways that you lie that you don't know that you lie. And these lies are called unconscious lies. I pray that God will give us the grace to understand our faults and give us the strength to be able to overcome them and perfect us in the process as well. Okay, now when you feign innocence, okay, about some information because you do not want to be the bearer of bad news. Sometimes, God forbid, something happens to someone and their loved one asks you, and you pretend like, oh, I don't know, because you don't want to be the one to break that bad news to them. You are also lying, and we do that sometimes. Okay, when you don't want to be the person that would tell that person the honest truth about a situation, or especially if it's maybe someone had an accident and you don't know how to break the news and they ask you and you pretend like you don't know anything about it because you don't want to be the person to be the bearer of bad news. So that's another way that you can lie unconsciously without thinking of it. Okay, now when you exaggerate slightly to put yourself in a better light, okay, sometimes we all do that. We add a little bit of salt salt and sugar and seasoning into the things that we're saying. Sometimes even when you're gisting, do you understand? You can exaggerate a little bit, okay, when you're talking, because you want what you're talking about to be interesting. So you had it a little bit, things that are not exactly true. Now you're not lying because you want to hurt the person. Perhaps it's because you just want what you're saying to be interesting and exciting, and you exaggerate. Exaggeration is a lie, so you are lying also. It is important that we take this into consideration before we move into what we really want to discuss today. Now, deliberate forgetfulness, omission of information, pretense, deceit, and many more, okay? These are all forms of unconscious lie. So when you say you don't lie, I would say take it on board and don't put yourself in a position where you say you don't lie. We all lie one way or the other. If you pretend deliberately, sometimes some people, you tell some people something and they will pretend like they'll go like, they forgot about it. It's not because they forgot about it. Maybe they're trying to sidestep having to carry out that task, or having to say whatever it is that you're asking them. So they will pretend that they are. So Sabalaka said, example of that is Facebook. Exactly, Facebook profile. Okay, when you all this fake profile, when you put up a name that is not your name, your real name, and then you go about, Jonathan, pretending to be who that person is when you know it's not your real name, that is a lie as well. So that's why I said that we lie every day. I wouldn't say every second, but there is no 24 hours that you go that you will not tell one lie or the other. Okay, when you omit information, some of us, when we're filling out our CV, okay, they'll ask you some information, you will deliberately leave it out because you don't want to give that information. Do you understand? So when you omit information, it's a lie as well, because you are not being factual with the truth. You're not saying everything that you need to say as well. When you pretend, do you understand? People that pretend, you are lying. When you pretend about something, or you pretend not to know something, or you pretend to be something that you are not, it is a lie as well. When you deceive people, do you understand? When you tell people things that are not true, do you understand? Deliberately, because you want something, or you're trying to gain something, or you're trying to get something, do you understand? That is deceit. That means you are lying as well. And many, 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 many more unconscious ways that we just naturally lie without looking at it. Now, let me tell you this, do you understand? When you dye your gray hair, do you understand? If you have gray hair, whether it is through age or someone like me, I've had gray hair since I don't even know, maybe 10. Do you understand? So my hair has always been gray, and it's just the center of my hair that is gray. Do you understand? I remember then I didn't like it, so I used to dye it. Do you understand? When you dye your gray hair, do you understand? It is a lie, because it is not real. That is not your real color. That's not the color of your hair. Your hair is gray and you dye it to black. You are lying. We never take this into consideration, but I need to open your eyes, and we need to understand, do you understand, the unconscious way that will tell lies. So next time somebody says that, do you lie? And you want to say, I don't lie. Take a deep breath and think, we all lie. Okay? Now, when you wear black to look slimmer, okay? For example, okay, like now, I'm not wearing a girdle, but a lot of women wear girdle, or do you understand? They wear it underneath their, dresses to make them look slim. To make them look slim, and to have that silhouette shape, and you wear all those things to package yourself, and then you pour yourself inside the dress and everything. All these things that we make, it's always very, very tight. It's not very comfortable. I don't think I will last in this dress for 4 hours. I'm going to remove it as soon as I'm done. Do you understand? It is a lie. Do you understand? So when you wear black to look slimmer, or you wear girdle, do you understand, to give yourself that silhouette that does not exist, that by the time you take off the girdle, everything is spilling out, and do you understand, and the tires are just, they're just piling up and everything. It's a lie. So don't say you don't lie, because you are lying by trying to be or portray something that you are not. So wearing girdle is a lie as well. Okay, now women, we contour our face. Like I've contoured my face. Okay, I'm sure you've seen me without makeup as well, but right now you have contoured my face right now. Do you understand? So we put the one here, we put the one underneath there, we shapen the nose and everything. It is a lie, because this is not your real face. This is your packaging face. By the time we wash all this off, then you will see the natural face. You understand? It's a lie as well. If I say I've not lied all day, by the time I contour and do all you can see the dark base. When you do it, then you do like this. then you make your face look long and everything. That is also a lie, because that is not my real face. So that is a lie as well. In fact, makeup is a lie. Do you understand? Because by the time, look at my eyebrows are not naturally, I don't look surprised when my eyebrows are not there. But by the time we shape it and we highlight, because we never really give it the attention that we should give it. Do you understand? And that is the reason why it is destroying so many relationships, because even the ones that we tell unconsciously, we don't consider to be lie. And that's why it's easy to tell the conscious lie. Perhaps if we're more conscious of the unconscious lie, then it will help us when we're telling the conscious lie to know that what we're about to say is a lie, and we will caution us. Okay? But I'm going somewhere with this. Fake smile as well, it's also a lie. Do you understand? And you see a lot of fake smiles in London, okay? In the morning, you know when you go in the morning, when you're going to work in the morning and you see your neighbor, like you really care, in that very dead winter, cold early morning that you are walking down the road, like you really care. You know how we smile on the train when we're, when you're going to work and everything. Good morning. That's British smile. People that live in London, you know what I'm talking about. There's always a smile. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Good morning. It is a lie, because you're not really smiling at that person. You are just observing protocol. Honestly, you could really care whether their morning is good or not, because you are rushing to work. You probably have a lot of things on your mind. Maybe you are even running late, but we just put that smile on where we just show our teeth and then we just go. That is a lie as well, because it is not a smile that you mean. You're just doing it because you are observing, you're observing routine. Do you understand? So there are so many ways that we lie. So do you now agree that we all lie? Please put your finger on the love button. Let me see the love roll. If you agree, I'm pressing it because I agree. Do you now agree that we all tell lies? He said not real life. Yes. Do you not agree that we all tell lies? We all lie. And the earlier we understand it, we accept it, okay, and we begin to learn how to deal with it, the better it will be for all of us in our relationship. Lies is destroying relationships. It is. It is. It is one of the things it is one of the things that bust that bubble in a relationship. Because once the trust is gone, it is a struggle every day. Let's move on. Okay, now, children lie to their parents. Yes, our children tell little lies to us, okay? But when we catch them, we try to correct them. We're trying very, very, really hard. Thank you very much to do that, okay? Parents lie to their children. As parents, we all lie to our children as well. We do. We tell lies to our children. We tell them lies for whatever reason best known to us, to protect them, because we don't want them to know, because we can't be bothered to tell the truth, because we don't want them to be disappointed. But we tell lies to our children as parents as well. Spouses lie to one another. Yes, they do. Husband will lie to wife. Wife will lie to husband as well. We all tell lies. Friends lie to one another. Family lie as well. They all lie to one another. And colleagues also lie. They all lie as well. In fact, the governments of any country lie to the people. Presently, we're dealing with the issue of COVID-19, okay, coronavirus, or I don't really like to say the name, but the fact is, there are so much lies going on that people are so confused. Do you understand? If you ask a layman in Nigeria, they will tell you that coronavirus or COVID-19 doesn't exist. That's what they say. But we know it does. But because of the lies and the way the numbers it's being doctored, what they're supposed to provide, we don't know. The money that was given to do certain things, nobody knows what happened to it. There's so much lies flying in the air that we don't even know whether we're coming or going with this issue of coronavirus. I'm talking about Nigeria, actually. I'm talking about this country because this is where I'm at the moment. Do you understand? So governments lie to people as well, okay? Everywhere there is lies. Yes, everywhere there is lies. Thank you, Brother David. What we can't do for our children, we will promise them, okay? When we know that, just to get them off our back. Somebody just put that comment up on YouTube, okay? So let's move on. Now, we all agree that we tell lies, okay? Now let's look at the type of lies, because this is something that we never really look at. But I am telling you today, do you understand? Wherever you are now, if you think back, if you've had a broken relationship before, or if you've been in a relationship and it did not work out, please, I want you to just think back now and think of the things that you think led to the breakup of that relationship. By the time you're counting 4 to 5 things, lie will be one of it. Lies will be one of the underlying reasons why that relationship broke up, or one of the underlying reasons why you are not happy in the relationship that you are in. I hope I'm connecting this morning. People are I hope you're with me and I can just move on. Color-coded lies, yes. Do you understand? Think back. Even when you were young, do you understand? You would see that lies is a big, big issue in the issue of relationship. It is a big issue. And let me tell you a secret. You know the people that hate being lied to the most? Can I just tell you? Can I tell you the people that hate being lied to the most? I'm waiting for you to respond. Then I will tell you if you want me to tell you. But while I'm waiting for that, let's move on quickly. Lies is everywhere all over the world. Let's move on quickly and let's look at the type of lies, okay? Now, there are 4 main type of lies, okay? We have the white lies, something called the white lies. There is the beneficial lies, and there is a malicious lie and the deceptive lies as well, okay? Like I said to you, whenever you open your mouth and you lie, there is a motive and there is an intent, okay? Now, someone said women. She said, Dupe Brisby said women. I don't know what you mean by women. Like I said, when you open your mouth, there is a reason. There is a reason behind the lie that you want to tell. Do you understand? And the reason behind this lie, do you understand, will fall under one of these 4 categories of lies. Do you understand? And that is the white lie, the beneficial lies, the malicious lie, and of course, the deceptive lies. Okay? So we're going to look at them. We're going to break them down, look at them, before we now go into the discussion about who lies the most. Is it men that lie more than women, or is it women that lie more than men? Now, what is a white lie? Okay, I asked the question. People are typing women. No, it's not women. People that hate being lied to the most are the people who tell lies. Not women. I'm not talking about whether it's a woman or a man. Now, no. Anyone, go just check it out. People who lie, do you understand? They hate being lied to. I don't like to use the word hate. They dislike being lied to. Thank you. People who don't like being lied to, women. Okay, that's what you said. No, it's not women in particular. It's not about women. Do you understand? Anyone at all, do you understand, who lies? People who lie, because they know. Do you understand? They know that they lie. So when you lie to them, they don't like it. They can't handle lies. Honestly. They find it very, very difficult to deal with lies, yet they are the master liars. It's people who lie the most that hates being lied to. Anyway, let's move on. Now, what is a white lie? What is a white lie? Okay, now this is part of our social fabric, okay, and it stops us from emotionally hurting or insulting each other with a cold, hard, and painful truth. That is what a white lie is. Do you understand? We all tell white lies. Every day, day in, day out, we all tell white lies. Do you understand? And we tell those lies because we are trying sometimes to stop ourselves from emotionally hurting other people or insulting other people. Now, if I should come to you and say to you that, have I added weight? Am I fat? Do you understand? I know I've added weight. I used to be a size 8, size 10. Do you understand? I'm bordering on a 13 now. Okay, I've even passed 12. I don't want to say I'm 14, so I'm like a 13 because I'm not a full 14 and I am not a 12. And you come and say, oh, you look so trim. I know you are lying. And you are saying that not because you want to lie, but because you don't know whether I'll be sensitive to the fact that whether you're going to say that I've added weight or I've not added weight. Okay. Now, we tell white lies as well. If you go and see that is just given birth in the hospital and you see a baby, even though the baby looks like a gremlin or the baby looks very, very weird or very funny, you cannot. What we tell you, you can't even open your mouth and say to the mother and the baby, oh, your baby is not fine or your baby is ugly. You say, oh, the baby is so cute. And you know, and the mother knows that baby ain't cute. And to be honest with you, newborns are not cute. Anyway, so when you see people purring and say, oh, the baby is so cute. Which baby is cute? Newborns are not. Go and look at babies that are newly born. A day-old baby, they don't even have anything. They're just there. Some of them, especially if it's the ones that were born with maybe fossils or what do you call those other one? You know, when they pull them out, do you understand? Their head usually has a very funny shape. Do you understand? But you cannot tell a mother, do you understand? A new mother or you know, or someone that's just given birth that the baby doesn't look nice. So you're going to purr like a cat and just say that, oh, the baby looks so good. Oh, it's what a cute little baby. Brother David says some people will tell you that they ate pounded yam whereas they drank Gary. Okay, I haven't gotten to that lie yet. That falls under another category of lie. But right now we're looking at what we call the white lies. Okay, now let's move on to the benefit. Don't forget the 4 types of lie. Okay, don't forget I told you the 4 types of lie. There is the white lie, the beneficial lie, the malicious lie, and the deceptive lies. Okay, so we've looked at the white lies. So we all tell white lies to stop us from hurting people. Do you understand? To stop us from insulting people and saying things that will be hurtful to people. Do you understand? That is why we all tell this white lie. Now let's move on. Good evening, Sister Alakaramota. Let's move on to the beneficial lie. Okay, now the beneficial lie is used by a person who intends to help others. Okay, so when you lie deliberately, do you understand? To protect someone, that is a beneficial lie. Good evening, my Deaconess Tower. God bless you, ma. That is a deliberate lie that you are telling, and this lie is usually used by someone who is trying to help another person. For example, doctors who lie to a patient on their deathbed to leave their spirit, do you understand? Or lying to a child about the condition of his parents in an accident. Or sometimes when your child asks you for something and you know you can't do it, do you understand? But just so that you don't douse the spirit of that child, you just promise that you can do it, hoping that they will forget. Do you understand? These are beneficial lies. Oh, God bless you. Thank you. Okay, so that is what is called the beneficial lie. Let's move on quickly. There is also something called the deceptive lie. Now, the deceptive lie is especially photo posts on Facebook. Okay, yeah, that of course that's lie too. Deceptive lie. This is the dangerous one because the liar intends to harm or disadvantage the victim of their own benefit. Now, these are the ones that are bad. Do you understand? The white lie is understandable because you have to tell little white lies, do you understand, to make people comfortable and to make the world habitable as well and comfortable for all of us. Okay, now the beneficial lie, sometimes you have to tell because you are protecting someone, you are trying to manage a particular situation, is understandable. Now the horrible lies are the malicious lie and the deceptive lies. And it is this malicious lies and deceptive lies that destroys relationship, it destroys friendship. In fact, it can bring a country to its knee when it is told. Okay, so what are these deceptive lies? Okay, deceptive lies are the dangerous ones because the liar intends to harm or disadvantage the victim from their own benefits. Okay, when somebody deliberately goes out of their way to lie, to deceive you, it is because they intend to harm you or they intend to put you at a disadvantage for something, or they intend to get something from you. Okay, the types that friends tell to destroy their friends' chances at happiness. These are deceptive lies. You find that, okay, maybe there's a lady and another lady, and then two of them are single, and then one of them meets a guy, okay, and the other one is jealous because she doesn't want the other one to be in a relationship. She doesn't want the other. She doesn't want the other one to be to leave her behind. She can go and tell deceptive lies, lie about that friend to the man that is interested in her friend, just either for her own advantage or to put the friend at a disadvantage. It is a deliberate lie intended to harm the friend. And this kind of friends are all over the place. Admin, you sent me a message. Let me look at it. Resend that message. I don't understand it. Please resend it. Okay. Now we're moving on. Now there are two main types of deceitful lying. There's a concealment and there's a falsification. Okay. Right. In concealment lie, Thank you. When you conceal, do you understand? In a concealment lie, tell a lie to conceal something. What the liar is doing, the liar doesn't actually tell a lie. Okay, I need you to flow with me. The liar doesn't actually tell a lie, but rather they withhold information. Okay, when a married man does not tell a lady that he is married by not mentioning it at the beginning of the relationship, is a concealment. He has not said he's not married, neither has he said he's married. He has deliberately concealed that important fact. Do you understand? That the lady needs to know. Okay. That the lady needs to know in order for her to make an informed decision on whether she wants to date the man or not. So when you deliberately don't say something that you should say, do you understand, that would help the other party or whoever you're with, do you understand, to make the good decision concerning whatever you want to do together, you are concealing something. And when you conceal that thing, do you understand, it's called a concealment lie. Okay, now the second one we're looking at is falsifying. I'll send you a message now. Okay, the second one is falsifying. Okay, now false information is presented as if it was true. Okay, this type of lying is intentional and never an accident. So when somebody deliberately leads you to believe something, okay, you see, we're supposed to be discussing about who lies the most, whether a man or a woman. You see, but if we discuss it, do you understand? It would take away what I really want to pass on. The purpose of this message is for you to know what lie is. Because men will say women do, women will say men do. We can banter backward and forward and we'll laugh at it and we'll make a joke of it. But I need you to understand the damage. Do you understand that this lie does? I need you to understand the type of lie. I need you to understand and identify where you yourself have been guilty. Because most of the time, we all like to play the victim. Okay? We all like to play the victim, especially when it's in a situation where maybe you're being lied to. Do you understand? Let me give you an example. Say, for example, you are in a relationship and you find out that your partner did something and you suddenly catch them. You see, we like to play the victim because we will be so hurt. Do you understand that our partner lied to us, or we found them wanting or doing a particular thing? I'm not going to go into that. We're still going to go into that as well. But you see, the reason why I am doing this breakdown, do you understand, before we go into that, is for you to understand. So that once you understand it and you realize as well that you yourself have been telling unconscious lies and see where you yourself have lied, it may not have been as detrimental. Okay, it may not have been as detrimental as the lie that your partner has told you, but I need you to understand so that you don't act too righteous. Do you understand? For you to understand that you yourself, you lie. So when somebody lies to you in a relationship, you have to really weigh it properly before you make a decision on whether how big you're going to make the matter, or whether it's something that you should just quickly overlook, forgive, and just sweep out of your relationship. Do you understand? Because if you don't realize how guilty you yourself have been, do you understand? You're not going to be able to deal with it. And sometimes you may find it very, very difficult to forgive your partner. That is the reason why we're going through this first. Okay, if we have time today, we will look at who lies the most. But you need to understand that you lie too. Because once you realize that you lie every day. Do you understand? That thing that you're making a big deal because you found your partner wanting, or you found your spouse lying to you, or someone has lied to you, and you are not talking to them because they lied to you, you will realize that, hold on a second, do you understand? You yourself are guilty of this. It may not be to the same, extent, or it may not have the same effect, but you tell lies too. That's the reason why we're looking at this. Okay, so moving on quickly. So we've looked at deceptive lies, and I said this is where the lies gets dangerous. Do you understand? When people lie with the intent to deceive, with the intent to conceal, and the intent to falsify as well. Okay, so false information is represented as if it was true. Do you understand? This type of lying is intentional act, and it's never an accident. So I'm going on. Okay, you need to understand this. Please bear with me. Exactly, Sister Afalake. Or when women conceal children, I don't know for the life of me why any woman would lie to a man that she doesn't have children. And I know that we have women who have put themselves in that difficult situation where they lie to men that they don't have children. That is concealment. Do you understand? You deliberately don't mention the fact that you have a child. I don't know, my phone is a bit slow. You deliberately don't mention the fact that you have a child as you embark on a relationship or a new relationship, perhaps because you think maybe the man may have said something on your first date about his attitude towards women who have children, and you deliberately decide to conceal the fact that you have children. It is a lie that is going to come back later and bite you on the butt, because sooner or later, if you say the relationship is not going to work and then you end up dating that person and you decide to move ahead and make it more serious or make it permanent, Ejo, where are you going to put these children and how are you going to introduce these children? Do you understand? So concealment is a deceptive lie where you deliberately conceal the truth. Do you understand? By not saying it. So you might not say you don't have children, you might not say you have children, you might not say you have children, but you just don't mention this vital, important information that is necessary for the man to make up his mind on whether he wants to roll with you in that relationship or not. Okay, now let's move on to the malicious lie. And this one I need you to really, really listen to. Okay, now this type of lies are told either for revenge or gain. You will find yourself and see where you fall into under these 4 types of lie, and you will see what type of lie you tell. Are you the kind of person that you tell deceptive lies? Do you tell malicious lies? Are you the kind of person that tell a lot of white lies? Okay, or you tell a lot of beneficial lies? But the bottom line of this and the purpose of this program today is for all of us to identify with the fact that, hold on a second, before you fry that person, before you roast that person, before you walk out of that relationship, before you make that decision, hello, excuse me, you tell lies too. That is the purpose. So, malicious lie. Now, this type of lies are told either for revenge or gain. Okay, slander and libel fall under this type of lies, usually used by journalists or media representatives to sell their tabloid or taint the image of an individual. Slander and libel, something that we're experiencing a lot on this so-called social media. Do you understand? Especially Facebook. Do you understand? There's a lot of slander and libel, and these are malicious lies that are told intentionally. Do you understand? About an individual in order to taint that individual. And usually people who do it to either draw crowd, okay, to their social media page, okay, or to draw attention to themselves. Media houses would write, or tabloids would write, they will cook up lies about a celebrity or an individual, okay, and put it so that they can sell their newspaper or they can sell their magazines, okay. This type of lies are called malicious lies, okay. Most of it usually happens to people that are high profile person or high net worth individual, also called a rumor mongering, okay. This type of lies is used as a weapon in competitive situation, okay. You know, when like you find that people are going to political parties, do you understand? All of a sudden, the person that is running for office, all of a sudden they would dig out something and cook up all sorts of negative things about that person in order to dent the image of that person so that people do not vote for them or people do not elect them. These are malicious lies that are being told, and these lies are usually told about people, whether you're a celebrity or you're a famous person, you're high net worth, you're rich or whatever you are. These are the kind of people who fall prey to this kind of malicious lies. Now, the perpetrator's aim is to destroy the character and the reputation of this victim. Do you understand? Anything to do with slander or libel is aimed at destroying someone's reputation or to destroy the person's character, usually with devastating and lasting results. Do you understand? Because when people libel you and people slander you or people say malicious things or malicious lies against you, no matter, even if it's 10 years down the line and the truth finally comes, you see, if 1,000 people heard the malicious lie, I can tell you that you can have at least maybe let's say 100 people heard the malicious lie, you will have at least 40% believe in it. Do you understand? And this would definitely taint or dent your reputation. And that is the intent of the person telling the malicious lie, which is what they're doing presently on Facebook, where they slander people deliberately, they libel people deliberately, they tell malicious lies from the pit of hell in order to dent their reputation, especially when they're in competition. This type of lies are malicious lies, and people do it. Now, companies, politicians, and unstable individuals are culpable of this fact. Do you understand? Companies lie as well. They lie about their product. Do you understand? Or they would lie, or they would deliberately release a rumor about a product that is in competition with them to get people away from that product so they can come to them, especially if the product is something that can be substituted for that product or the same type of product. Companies go out of their way to do this as well as politicians and unstable individuals are culpable. Do you understand? People who are unstable are the ones who will just make up lies that do not even exist. You know, sometimes when you hear, I have been a victim of this, so I am talking from experience. When you are a victim of malicious lies, things that are so untrue, not so you. Do you understand? And whoever is saying this is not saying it because they want to praise you. They are saying it so that they can shame, they can disgrace you, they can libel you, they can slander you, they can taint your character and dent your image. That is an intention of a malicious liar. It is to destroy. I'm going somewhere with this. Now, the whole idea is no matter how outrageous or improbable the lie is, if you throw mud, some of it will stick. Some of it will definitely stick. Okay? Now, the reason why we're having this conversation today, because I was just going to jump into who lies the most, men or women. But you see, we're going to be playful about it, but we're not going to see how important and how much damage it has done. Now, one who is a malicious liar, one who has slandered people, you have libel people, you are a rumor monger, you have deliberately gone out of your way for whatever reason best known to you to destroy another person's image and dent another person's image. And then bang, in your own relationship, your partner or your spouse lies to you, or you find out that they've been lying, and you want to act sanctimonious, you want to act like you are righteous, and you want to claim to be the victim and say that because they lied to you, it is enough reason for you to break up with them, or they have done something out of this world. I am saying it today that you lie as well. So when you catch people lying to you as well, you have to be very, very careful to just weigh it and look at the motive behind it. Weigh it up left, right, and center. See what you have to lose. Thank you. Lie is unjustified. I agree with you. See what you have to lose before you play the victim, because I find a lot of women play the victim. I'm speaking to women now. We tend to play the victim where when we're talking, we'll say, oh, Bobo you, I left him. Men can you find 10 women sitting down. Do you understand? 7 of them will have negative things to say about men, and 60% of what they're complaining about is about the fact that the man is lying. But I am saying to us today that let us check ourselves as well. Before we point finger, let each individual go back and check themselves and see how often you lie, how many times you lie, the people you lie to, and your lies may not have had a detrimental effect on them, but the fact that you lie, he said all of the above. Okay? Now, there are different types of liars. So we have agreed that we all lie. Oh, insects. We have agreed that we all lie. Now, let's check where we all fall into. Where do you fall into out of this group of liars? Okay? Are you a natural liar? Are you an unnatural liar? Are you the romantic liar? Yeah, for the Curse of Adam and Eve series, we are going to concentrate on the romantic liar. This is the type we will be analyzing at length, because this is the one that affects relationship. But you need to find out where you fall, because the minute you understand, when you know what is wrong with you and you know where you have gone wrong, it would help you to, It will help you to package yourself in such a way that you will begin to work at it and sort of like readjust and reorientate yourself. And you, as you are doing this, if your partner, do you understand as well, has access to this kind of information, and everybody's owning up to their responsibility, do you understand, and understanding that nobody is perfect, I think it will kind of like help the relationship in the sense that perhaps we'll be more cautious and conscious of the things that we say carelessly, especially when we're talking to our partner or when we find ourselves in a compromising situation. Someone said anyone that lies is that of the devil. Brother Gbemi Akinlosotu, can you say 100% that you have lied today? I don't know if you started this program with us, but I would say you can go back and watch a little bit so that you can see what we're talking about here. Like that's exactly what I said. Did you hear? Did you see? There's a comment there. Brother Gbemi Akinlosotu says anyone that lies is that of the devil. So that means you are of the devil as well, because I know you lie as well. Everybody lies. We all lie. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted us to look at this issue of lies at length. If you really want to work on your relationship, or you have come out of a relationship, or you are experiencing difficulties in your relationship due to lies that has been told to you by your partner, then you really, really have to just flow with me so that you can understand and see the damage that it does. Okay, so we are looking at the natural liar and unnatural liar. The romantic liar is the one that we're going to concentrate on. Exactly, that's exactly what I'm saying, Brother Adegbola. Okay, now let's look at the liars. Okay. Now, a natural liar is someone who has a conscience but is confident of their ability to deceive. That is a natural liar. Brother Rashid, you are lying. You say you have not lied today, but you have been home since morning. It's a lie because I know you went to work. So that is impossible. You couldn't have been home all day because I'm sure you went to work. So that is a lie that you just told. You see how easy it is for us to tell lies. But then you find people like our brother there that says, anyone that lies is of the devil. That means you are a devil as well. That is basically what it means. So a natural liar is someone who has a conscience but is confident of the ability to deceive and has been doing so since childhood. Do you understand? And that is why it's so important that we have to really work on our children when it comes to the issue of lies. You need to stay with me for you to understand where I'm going. Often these natural liars have learned to lie to their parents to avoid terrible punishment that would be handed out to them if they told the truth. The reason why parents should not treat the issue of lie lightly is once you discover that your child lies, okay, it's something that you need to deal with. It's something that you need to explain to them. You have to sit them down. It's not about shouting at them, getting upset with them, or punishing them. Oh, okay. Thank you for the okay. Oh, Pele, God bless you. Pele, God, Pele. Okay, the minute you discover that your child, you understand, tells lies, you just don't smack the child and shout at the child. You sit down and let the child understand the consequences of these lies that they're telling, okay? From a very tender age, do you understand? And you make sure that you met out the appropriate punishment for the lies that they tell so that they can understand, do you understand, why they should not lie. Because when you shout at a child, for no reason, or for reasons, you understand, that the child does not understand, you don't get the right message across. Okay, now, close monitoring of this act so as to nip it in the bud as well. So once you catch that your child is lying, you have to make sure that you work on it. Thank you. God bless you, Sister Falashadi. God bless you on YouTube. Thank you very much. You have to make sure that you work on it and you closely monitor a child that you notice is lying. A lot of parents overlook it and say, no, once the child starts lying, do you understand? You catch your child lying here. You catch little lies like that. It builds into a big one. And if you don't nip it in the bud, met out the right appropriate punishment, and then closely monitor this child, explain to them and let them understand the consequences and how a small lie, a small tiny lie can turn into a big ocean of lie. honestly, that is another individual into the mainstream of the system or of the community, of the universe, that is going to be telling lies, and you never know where these lies can take them. As well, many of these natural liars tend to capitalize on this ability as adults by becoming trial lawyers, salespeople, negotiators, actors, politicians, and spies. Do you understand? And that's why, guess why they say that lawyers are liars. Do you understand? If you don't know how to lie, you cannot do politics, because you have to tell lies. If you don't know how to lie, you're going to struggle, because sometimes you have to doctor the truth. It is not easy, do you understand, to be a trial lawyer, because you will know, do you understand, basically what you're doing is you are defending someone that has committed the crime. Okay, so you're going to have to look for things that is going to get that person off the hook, or get them a lesser judgment than they deserve. So there is no way you are going to stand and defend that person without telling lies. And people who are good at this are those ones, the natural liars, who lie easily. It comes to them naturally. Thank you for that. Even so, yeah, exactly, Brother David. Even solicitors, do you understand? They have to tell a lot of lies. Okay, let's move on. Now let's look at the unnatural liars. So those are natural liars. They have a conscience, but they're very good at telling lies. Do you understand? Now, the unnatural liar, do you understand, is a person who as a child was convinced by his parents, do you understand, that it was impossible to lie, and that parents and others would always detect it. This is the unnatural liars, okay? Now, this poor person, do you understand? Now, when you tell your child, do you understand that it is impossible to lie? Do you understand? You see, we don't pass the right information to our child. It is better for you to tell your child that, look, you are going to lie, okay? Do you understand? But be careful the type of lies you tell, and explain to them this type of lies that exist. You are going to, sometimes you may find yourself telling white lies. Sometimes you may find yourself telling beneficial lies. But the lies that you should move away from are the malicious lies and the deceptive lies. Rather than painting this picture to a child that the child should not lie and that the child should never lie, it will never work. Which is what a lot of parents do. We don't explain to them. So when the child is growing up, the child begins to struggle, because the child finds herself or himself in a situation where the truth is not easy to tell. You just can't tell the truth. So you have to lie a little bit or twist things a little bit, and the child begins to struggle. Okay, now this poor child or this poor subs goes through like telling everyone the truth about everything, insisting I can never tell a lie. Do you understand? And causing anger and trouble among everyone they meet. Do you understand? The irony of life, right, is one would have assumed that the truth should come with peace. But let me tell you something. The reality of it is not so. The truth comes with stress. It comes with trouble. It comes with confusion. It comes with strife. And that's why they say that when two people go into a room and they tell each other the truth, when they come out, Ojuwama, you know, they're not going to come out smiling. And that is the irony of life. May God help us all. Now we're getting to the business. I hope you go back and listen to this so that you can explain to the children, because a lot of children are confused, you know, about this issue of lies. Thank you very much. About this issue of lies, where we put this burden. Do you understand? You act as a parent, you act like you don't lie. You give your child the impression that you don't tell lies. Do you understand? You punish the child without explaining to the child the kind of lies they should not tell and how life really is. We are not truthful with the children. And what happens is you push them away and put them into a box. And what happens is they begin to lie to you more, because you have not been open to them. Now, your child will catch you lying when you have told your child that lying is not good. And what happens is you have contradicted yourself in the eyes of this child. And what happens is the child invariably becomes confused. Exactly. Thank you, Brother David. Empty promises. Sometimes you have to make it, especially with single mothers. Sometimes you find fathers that will say, okay, they're coming to see the child on a Monday or the Tuesday or at the weekend. Do you understand? And you know that the man is not going to turn up. You already spoke to the man behind the child. And you understand? And the man has given you the impression that he's not coming, but you don't know how to tell this little child or little boy or girl who has been waiting to see daddy for weeks. Do you understand? You're not going to go to the child as a mother and say, oh, your father is not coming just like that, because you know that it would hurt the child. So you're going to find a way to package it and doctor the truth Understand? So that the child doesn't feel unloved, unwanted, neglected. These are lies that you are telling. Do you understand? This is a beneficial lie that you are telling the child. And that is the reason why we have to explain. Now, what if the child finds out that you are lying? Do you understand? So, for example, you say, you know, why don't you go to bed? That is when he comes, I wake you up. Meanwhile, the child already knows that the father is not coming because the child has communicated with the daddy, who did not know that you have already told the child a lie, and the daddy has told the child the truth that is not coming. But mommy is still there trying to protect the child by lying that daddy might come. How do you think that child is going to feel? And yes, this is the same child that you tell that the child should not lie. Parenting is a very, very difficult thing to do. It's a very difficult task. Do you understand that we as parents have to deal with? You know, and without good guidance and prayer, do you understand? And maybe I should say the Holy Spirit supporting us as well, we are going to find it very, very difficult to deal with parenting. So, romantic liar. We got 2 more slides and then I'm going to run up. Romantic liar. Aha, this is where we're going. Romantic liar, one of the most dangerous type of liar with detrimental effect on relationships. Note, only relationships based on honesty can last. Now I'm going to the man and woman issue. Only relationship based on honesty can last and survive storms in the long-term commitment. Now let's take a critical look at the romantic liar. Mr. Romantic Liar. Okay? Everyone hates to be told lies, but everyone lies. Yes. Sometimes parents will tell their children that when they confess of an allegation that they will be forgiven, and when they confess, parents will still beat them. I think we're all guilty of this particular crime. Yes, exactly. The parents too have lied. That's why I said that we need serious guidance. We really need to understand the damage. Do you understand the type of lies that we can overlook, the ones we can deal with, the ones that we cannot do without, for us to be able to manage this this situation, especially when you are bringing up children. The issue of lying is something that I think a lot of parents find difficult to manage as well, because you want to tell your child not to lie, but yet you lie every day. And you have to lie. Okay, now women tend to fall victim of the romantic liar more than men. Yes, okay, why? Because they are more susceptible to lies. Why? One of the many talents of the romantic liar is the ability to act out a plausible lie long enough for its victim to become infatuated. One who is very good at lying, do you understand? A romantic liar is very, very good. They can lie for a very long time and maintain that straight face until you are infatuated, that by the time you're finding out that they are lying, you are already inside it. You are already banged into a relationship. And it's difficult for you to come out of it because you have made the commitment, because they have stringed you along for a very long time. Okay? Now, many people assume the women who are sucked by this romantic liars are gullible, okay, or even stupid. But as you can see, this is not the case. Women who fall victim to Mr. Romantic Liar, or men who fall victim to Mrs. Romantic Liar, it is not because they are gullible or they are stupid. It depends on how good. Thank you, Mr. Dupe. It depends on how good this liar is. You see, the better the liar is, do you understand? The faster, do you understand, the victim will fall. Do you understand? I like that. Sweet honey coated or sugar coated mouth. Exactly. Okay. This romantic liar can appear anywhere, and they thrive on the internet, chat rooms, and social media. They find it easy to lie on social media, and that's why I love people who meet people on social media and you want to develop a relationship with that person. I've heard cases where it's worked out and they've gone off and married and live happily ever after. I don't know about the happily ever after, but I know that some relationship developed on social media where a man and a woman met and then it led to marriage. You understand? But I say that one has to be extremely careful. Do you understand? Because most of these romantic liars, do you understand, they would rather operate in areas like this because it gives them that extra covering that they need. Do you understand? To be able to carry out, do you understand, their intent in that relationship. Because social media is a place or a house where most people lie and anything goes. Thank you. Hiding behind the scenes or the screen, Exactly. Now, when a romantic liar is operating, most of their victims have little idea of what is going on. You know what they say that when you are being lied to, do you understand? You are the last person that you will know that you are being lied to. People around you might know that they're lying to you. You know, it's a case of a wife. Or do you understand? You know, a wife is usually the last person to find out about an affair. The family might know, her friends might know, the people around might know, but nobody will tell the wife. Do you understand? And it is usually the wife. It is when it is already out. Do you understand? That is when the woman will find out. And if it's the other way as well, it's usually the husband that will find out last when the wife is having an affair. So a romantic liar, okay, most of the victims usually have little idea of what is going on because these liars are good at concealing the truth about themselves. They are so good. Thank you very much. They are so good. Do you understand? At hiding this their life. You see, romantic liars don't just operate anyhow. Do you understand? It is a pre-planned thing. It is something that they have practiced over and over and over, and they're so good at. Do you understand? So if you are not very, very alert, and if you're not very, very quick up there, do you understand? You will get, no matter how intelligent you are, you will fall for this romantic liar. Brother, she said on that G operation. Exactly. Thank you very much, Brother Agbola Okpe. Yes. They will first of all study the victim's weakness. A romantic liar, when it's coming from you, he will gather all the information about you. Do you understand? They will gather information about what you like, what you need, what you are, where you are, what turns you on, what turns you off. They will gather all those information. They will prepare, do you understand, a syllabus, do you understand, or a book, an operating book for you. So that by the time they log on to you, yes, and they begin to, no, they would not browse. This time around, they log on. By the time they log on to you and they begin to press all the necessary buttons, believe me, no matter how strong-hearted you are, no matter how experienced you are, no matter how intelligent you are, no matter how wise you are, you will fall because what is studied, they know exactly what to say, what to do, where to take you, when to take you, how to everything. Because it is like, I don't know, it's like a second nature to them. And remember that with experience, do you understand, dealing with so many people, they are very good at it. They're one of the most difficult liars to detect. Even when they are lying, they're so convincing in their lies that if you are not in spirit, honestly, well, you will commit offense defending them only for you to realize that it was all a lie from the beginning. I pray that God will protect all of us, especially our young girls and our young boys who are growing up and beginning to want to go into relationship from this type of romantic liars. Because, so let me move on. Okay, now these liars, like I said, are very good at concealing the truth about themselves. Okay, they pose at what they are not. They're the ones that will package themselves. They will sell themselves in such a way. They will, do you understand? They will make you think they are what they're not. Do you understand? Because number one, they have to pretend. Okay? Because if you know what they really are, you probably wouldn't go with them. So they have to pretend and package themselves by posing to be what they're not. Number one. Okay? Now, to win, and they do this so as to win over their victim. Okay? They can go to any length and are only limited by their imagination. They don't care. So if a romantic liar is looking for a woman or seeing a woman that he wants to log on to, do you understand? They are going to find out, do you understand, what that woman's need is. Now, if they find out that your need is marriage, do you understand? They will package themselves as a good suitor for you. And they will be talking about marriage in your ears, knowing fully well that that is what you desire. If they know that maybe what you want is maybe you want to travel, okay, maybe you're stuck somewhere and you want to travel or you need documents, they would always gather the information about you. Romantic liars don't just come for you. They will check you out. They will check. Some people are very funny. They will check you out. They will package you. They will analyze you. They will check everything. They will gather information about you so that they can feed you with exactly what you need. Hello, Sister Molara. God bless you. Man. They will feed you with exactly what you need. And as they begin to feed you, before you know it, you are eating out of their hands. Okay? And as a result, they cause their victims, women mostly, enormous harm. They cause their victim enormous harm, okay, emotionally, psychologically, and often financially. Often financially. Romantic lies in relationship is disaster waiting to happen. And that was what I said before, that any relationship based on lie, I don't know how it's going to last. Because it's a matter of time before the lies come out. Do you understand? It is a matter of time. Moving on quickly. And the reason why we must do our checks and balances before committing to anyone. So I am talking to those of us who jump into relationship. Do you understand? Who just see, and then some women are like that. They are really fluffy up here. You know, they meet someone, the person appears to be what they want or who they think they want, or I don't know, comes across as the kind of person that they would love to be. And before you know it, they're already planning wedding. So we must be extremely careful. And the same thing for men as well. You know, you see a woman who is acting all prim and proper, packaging herself, do you understand, acting and pretending to be the wife material. And you don't take the necessary step to check, do you understand, and actually find out whether that woman is really what she's portraying to be. Before you know it, you are falling, you're planning marriage, you're proposing, and before you know it, you're already down that uncomfortable road. So let me move on quickly. Now, nothing with doing a proper check. There's nothing wrong with doing a proper check. There's no, thank you, Brother Agbola, but there's nothing wrong, okay, with doing a proper check, okay, and checking a track record. In fact, let me tell you, the best person that would tell you about a present partner is their old partner alone. If you want to know, if you meet somebody, you meet a guy or you meet a lady, and you want to date the person, if you want to know the truth of them, the best person to tell you is your ex. It is your ex, because until you actually get into that relationship and deal with them, you can never really know who they are. Okay, but at the same time, bearing in mind, though, information should be taken with a pinch of salt when it comes from an ex, because if it's a jealous ex, they might say negative things. Do you understand? That would have, so in order to I don't know, stop you from dating the person, or because they're jealous and they don't want the person to date you. But I tell you that the best information, the best way to get information about anybody you want to get into a relationship with is the last person they dated, because they are the ones who have been there before you, and they'll be able to give you a breakdown, an analytic breakdown, a full comprehensive, you know what you're going to do, a full comprehensive information about the person you're about to get into a relationship with. Is usually the ex, but you know, it's always very difficult to find that kind of information, and that's why we have to be extremely careful that when we want to go into relationship, we have all our antennas open, do you understand, and we're checking, we do a lot of double check, as well as pray as well, so that at the end of the day, we don't find ourselves spending all our time praying in the relationship when we should have actually prayed at the beginning of the relationship. I pray the Spirit of God will guide all of us. Okay, so in conclusion, I'll say I'm assuming that you're giving lies and its weights, its contribution, damage, and detrimental effect to relationship a second thought. Do you understand? If you started this program with me, with everything that I've explained, I know it's quite packaged and everything, but I am a very thorough person, and I like to do things in method. I don't come out here and just say the one that will make us laugh and get a lot of people down here, and at the end of the day, you don't take anything back. Do you understand? Every time I come out and I'm saying something on Facebook or any social media or television, I always want to deliver, in the sense that if you listen to me in spirit, as well as, you understand, and you are alert and you connect with me, there is no way you are going to get off this page when we are done, that you're not going to be checking on how you're going to make changes to your life and how you're going to certain things and make use of the words that have come out of my mouth. I'm more about information and education rather than fun and around, you know, do you understand, when we gather here, because time is money, time is very important, and time is a great factor as well. So if you're going to spend 1 hour, 1.5 hours listening to me, you must be able to go back. Do you understand? Examine yourself. Take one or two things back that you're going to use. Someone said the ex might make up story that is not true. That was why I said that whatever the ex says, you would have to take with a pinch of salt. But the truth of the matter is, it is the ex that will have the comprehensive lowdown of the person you are about to get into a relationship with, because they have been there before you. Do you understand? You see, when people are not together, it's easy to package. But once you are inside that relationship, it is a matter of time before you let down your guard. You will let down your guard, and your partner or your spouse will know the real you. You cannot pretend for that long. Nobody can pretend throughout a marriage. It's impossible. You will find out the truth one way or the other. Victor Oking says, an ex information will only make you an ex too. Everyone's experience differs. Yes, an ex would know better, but she's too bitter to give the true information. My take. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for adding that. I do agree with you. Do you understand that an ex information? Because yes, the person will say negative, but the thing is, when you break up with somebody, please, are you going to be going out and telling everybody how perfect that person is? And you're not going to remember the good side of the person. Do you understand? You would probably fill your head with the negative side because, of course, otherwise, if you were to come out of a relationship and you are singing praises of the person that you left, people are going to ask you and say, well, if this person was that good, then why would you leave? Do you understand? So you don't expect an ex to come out and say all positive things about the person, do you understand, that they've dated. Do you understand? But if you're clever, do you understand, and you happen to have access to the ex, I would say ask questions, do you understand? But take it with a pinch of salt. Just keep it in your left hand and be on the lookout for the signals, do you understand? So that once you see the signals that they have already told you might come through, you are able to nip it in the bud, do you understand? Or it does not meet you, logigi. That is basically what I am saying. But exes, honestly, we have to be extremely careful with the information that we get from them. Information will always fly around anyway once you start dating and people know you. Some will be positive that will encourage the relationship. Some will be negative, intended to destroy the relationship. At the end of the day, do you understand? I believe that for you to be in a relationship, you're supposed to be a matured person. So I expect that you will have experience as well. So you're going to be able to find a way, you're going to be able to find a way on how to deal with that as well. Okay, so I'm saying that at the end of the day, you are not supposed to leave this place, you understand, just taking lie at face value anymore. Lies is something that has caused so much havoc. Go and find 10 women crying. 9 of them are crying because they've been lied to, or they found out the truth about something. It destroys, it damages, it breaks as well. Lies is something that we have to actually give a conscious, we have to give it a conscious, I don't even know how to explain it. You have to look at it and understand the damage it does in our relationship. Now, not just in our marital, not with our spouses or in our partner or our relationship, even with our children. Do you understand? Within the family, within the community, as a nation, as a people, as a country, in the world as well. Lies is destroying every day, and all of us are participating in the creation of this lie and the extension of the lie, because we actually lie unconsciously as well. Please leave them alone. Okay, my brother Victor Oking says something here. He says, what is my take on ladies asking a guy out? What would be your advice for a guy who has suffered a failed marriage before and is trying to find his feet back with another woman, but is so confused because there's so many remain did you say many remain suitors? Well, for me, I'm a bit traditional, okay? And I wouldn't ask a man out. Do you understand? The reason I say that is because, I don't know, like I said, maybe I'm a bit traditional, maybe I'm a bit of a prude, I don't know. But I will not ask a man. Oh, you meant a female? Okay, good. You meant female. So when there's so many female suitors, okay, good. Now, let me take this one by one. My take on ladies asking a guy out, I would say no. I wouldn't ask a guy out. What I probably would do you understand, is if I'm interested in a guy, what I would probably do is I would give signals. Do you understand? I would give signals. I would put myself in his view, okay? Package myself in the right place. Make sure that I am in his face. He can see me. Okay, display my wares. When I say that, I don't mean expose myself, but if I am very good at singing, or if I'm very good at cooking, if I'm very good at something, these are the things that I will put in the guy's way. Do you understand? Which is to get his attention. That's what I would do. But I don't think I'm bold enough to walk up to a guy and say, would you go out with me? The reason I say that is because, you see, men, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, my brother Victor. Men are predators. Men like to chase. You see, when you take the chase out of a man, it will lose interest very quickly. Do you understand? So men like to play games, okay? Which is the reason why they cheat. The main reason why men cheat sometimes is not because they don't love their wives. It's not because they're not interested in the relationship anymore. It's not even because they really care about the person that they're cheating with. But this way, the way men are created, we're going to look at the anatomy of men and women on Adam and Eve as well. The way men are created, do you understand? They need to chase. They like games. Do you understand? They like to play games. Do you understand? So when a man finds a woman that is interested in, he wants to chase. That is what makes his adrenaline pump. Do you understand? That is what makes his, what do you call those things? Progesterone, or what do you call it? There's that word. Sorry, I've forgotten that. That thing that makes your heart beat, makes you sweat. Do you understand? That thing that makes you want to shave, want to look fine, want to use a good perfume is all part of the game. And a man must go through this for him to value it. Do you understand? A man must experience all this for him to be able to value that woman and appreciate that woman. In comparison to a man, hunters, thank you, men are hunters as well. In comparison to when you throw yourself. So for me, I feel a lady walking up to a man and asking a man out is testosterone. Yes, that's the word, okay? Yes. Do you understand? So for me, I feel a woman putting herself in a situation where you are the one asking the man out. You are just giving yourself... One day, the man will use it to abuse you. In the midst of an argument, he may not mean it, but he might just say it. Do you understand? And you are the one putting yourself in that way. So personally, I will not. Thank you very much. Do you understand? The little, okay, take for example, I am not exposed. Do you understand? But there's a little flesh showing. There's this, it's all about packaging. Brother, she said, well, yeah, they don't care. I understand that. But you see, in the long run, do you understand? It is something that would definitely come back and beat you. You need to allow a man to chase you. Let him do the running around. Let him play the game he wants to play. Do you understand? He's playing a game. He likes it anyway. Do you understand? They're predators. They're hunters. He wants to hunt you. He wants you to play the hide and seek. He wants you to say yes and me no. Me no and say yes. It's all the game. And this is what gets him really excited. And this is what he loves. Do you understand? So for me, to answer your question, my brother, I would say no. I'm not so comfortable with a woman that will go out there and ask a man out. No. Package. I come a package. You understand? You are getting the full package. So please, you have to make sure and prove yourself to me that you really deserve the package. That is what I think. As a woman, that is what I think. But like Brother Rashid said on YouTube, he said that the generation of today, do you understand that they don't care? Well, if you go and ask a man out, you have yourself to blame. But if anything at all, I would say no. I don't support that a woman should ask a man out. That is my own take. Now, on your second question. Oh, no, it's gone. So sorry on YouTube. Something happened to the network, but I think we're back. One of the reasons why I think I'm in a position to say I am a relationship expert. Maybe not an expert, but at least I have an idea. It's because this is not my first marriage. This is the second one. I have failed at one before. Do you understand? So my experience is coming from that. And with what I am experiencing now is what I believe has equipped me to be able to speak on this matter. If I wasn't, I probably wouldn't be saying it, because until you go through things, you're not going to actually know exactly how people feel when they're in it. And when you give advice to them, you might advise them wrongly. But show you about sharing and you have an idea. When you speak, you will speak from experience. Do you understand? So for a man who has experienced a failed marriage before, I would say number one, I tell you, because you failed at that relationship does not mean you will fail at the second relationship. Do you understand? Because people are different. Now, the important thing is for you to make sure that you mourn that relationship. And that's what I tell women as well. You don't jump from one relationship into the other. Before you can walk into another relationship, make sure that you have checked where you went wrong there. You know what you did wrong. Don't think about what was done to you, because I tell you, it takes two to tangle. It takes two. So your partner in that failed relationship might not be the only one who is at fault, regardless of whatever it is you say. It might be something they did that was the what's that thing called that broke the stick that broke the camel's back. It might be, but believe me, relationship is a two-way thing. I'm coming back to your question, brother Charles. I don't know if my admins are here, but please pin up questions when they ask if the admin are there and they're not sleeping, because I can't see them being active. Anyway, like I said, do you understand? So there is nothing wrong. Because you fail does not mean you will not have a good chance at the other relationship. But your chances of having a better relationship would depend on where you yourself have checked yourself out. You know where you did wrong. You know your fault. Some people hide their faults. They run away from the fault. Find out what you did wrong. Forget what the person did wrong, okay? Don't make excuses for why you are out of the relationship and why the relationship failed. You deal with your own. Think inward. Do you understand? Project inward. Find where you have gone wrong. Deal with it. Mourn that relationship properly. Shut the door. Throw the keys away. Do you understand? So even if it comes in front of you, it will not move you. Do you understand? Take your time. Take a deep breath. Process. Do you understand? Then sit on the fence and watch, and then know this time around exactly what you're looking for, and know exactly what you're able to give as well. Then you can try again. Because if once is a mistake, twice becomes a habit. You don't want to go into a relationship again, okay, and then come out of it again. Do you understand? So before you step into it again, you will sit on the fence very, very well and ensure and make sure that you're not going to fail again, knowing what you can give. It is not about what they're bringing to the table anymore. What are you able to give? What can you do? I don't know what went wrong in the last relationship. Was the person too demanding? Was the person not loving enough? You yourself, are you a loving person? Are you sure you're not a demanding person? These are the things that you should check. Do you understand? And then you have an idea of what you're looking for. Then sit back. Do you understand? Take your time slowly and make sure that you might not find the perfect match of what you have in your head that you're looking for. But anything that is near, you take baby steps in it. Do you understand? And just tentatively walk at it. But please don't carry your excessive baggage and luggage from your other relationship to this relationship. That's why I said make sure that you mourn that relationship and make sure that it is well dead and buried and the key has been thrown away so it doesn't affect your new relationship. This is my advice this is my response to your question, Brother Victor, concerning failed marriage, a lady asking a girl out, and the fact that there are so many suitors. There will be a lot of suitors if you're good looking, you're handsome. Women are naturally attracted to money, good looks, good physique as well. Yeah, we're naturally attracted to it. So if you have all this, do you understand? You will definitely find women throwing themselves at you, but if you don't want to make the same mistake again, I'll say take your time. Just make sure that you have an idea of what you're looking for and then look for something that is near it. There's no perfect woman. Don't get me wrong. Do you understand? And I think if you're prayerful as well with prayer, do you understand? Asking God to choose for you as well, I think you'll be able to make a go at it as well. But at the end of the day, it doesn't mean the relationship will not come with its own wahala as well. It will. But this time around, do you understand? You are ready, you are more experienced, you are aware of what you're expecting, you are aware of what you can give as well. And it will make it a lot easier to manage the relationship so that you don't fail again. I pray that all of us will not fail. Those of us that are trying a second time, we will not fail a second time in the mighty name of Jesus. Okay. So I hope I've answered your question, Brother Victor, if you're still there. Okay. Dupe says it's not right for a woman to chase a man. I agree with you. There's another. There are so many female. Ooh, long post. There are so many females positioning themselves like that. They are really not verbally asking out. They are just being nice, co-worker, nice church member, extra friendly friends. As a man, I can figure out that it's an invitation. As social moral demands, I reciprocate all the nice gestures, but I really don't want to mess with any woman's emotion by raising their hope. On the other hand, I don't want to assume until the intent is voiced out. Is it wrong to reciprocate this good gesture, knowing fully well it's an invitation? I would say, let me tell you something. That's why I said that. Be careful. Do you understand? You see, Yoruba people say, do you understand? Women are very, very funny. You see, especially, I don't know if I should say African women or Nigerian women, but you see, say hello to a woman, you are toasting her. Do you understand? Be nice to a woman, you are toasting her. In fact, Baba like me go. Oh, that do you understand? Meanwhile, you are just being nice. So you have to find a balance where you are not rude, do you understand? But you don't encourage it. I tell you one secret today, Brother Victor. Women don't do anything for free. I'm always preaching this. Women do not do anything for free. Do you understand? So if a woman is going out of her way wanting to cook for you, wanting to do this, it is because she's hoping that you are going to reciprocate one way or the other. Do you understand? So if you have all these women throwing themselves at you and you know that you're not ready for a relationship, I'll say hello from very, very far. Do you understand? Let your hello, make sure that there's a lot of distance between you, these women. Do you understand? So they don't misunderstand what it is, your intent and what you mean as well. Until you're fully ready and you're sure that you are able to deal with the troubles and the challenges that come with a relationship, I'll say, please, my brother, don't log on. No free lunch. No, don't ever be deceived. There is no, we don't do, I speak for women here. We do not do anything for free. If we sweep your house, it's because we want to live there. If we cook for you, it's because we want to get to your hearts, okay? If we begin to buy clothes for you, it's because we're hoping you will look good on our side. Don't let anyone deceive you. We do not do things for free. Women do not do things for free. We are expecting something in return, okay? And like you said, if a woman likes you and she's giving you the sign, that's why I said the man in question needs to know what they're looking for. So before you even try to reciprocate at all, or even give that signal that I can see you, it looks like you like, do they meet or match what you are looking for? Do you understand? You can't say because there's a lot of phones on the table, for example, do you understand? You are going to be touching every phone to feel which phone you like. You must know, are you looking to buy an iPhone? Do you want a BlackBerry? Do you want a Nokia? Are you looking for a Samsung? You must have an idea. So that is how you narrow down to all these different types of phones that you have to view. So that way, you make sure that you will only move towards the ones that are Samsung or look because you know that what you want to use is an Android system phone. Do you understand? That way you will not go and log on onto the unnecessary things that you're not supposed to log on onto, so that it will not become a headache. But I tell you today, my brother, please, if you know that you are not ready for a relationship, do not reciprocate. Wahala lumadisi aloro. Do you understand? And women were very funny as well. We tend to hear what we want to hear. Do you understand? So you can say to a woman that, oh, that would be really nice. I'll think about it. What she hears is, I'm coming to see you. That's what they hear. So we hear what we want to hear as well. And this is part of the challenges that we are facing. Okay? Now, I agree with you, Sister Dupe. I'm sure they do. So Felix Charles, I've been tagged arrogant for not responding gestures at work and most annoying in church. Let them tag you an arrogant. Let them call you arrogant. You are failed before. You don't want to fail again. Do you understand? So if you're failed before and you don't want to fail again, I would rather they call you that. Do you understand? I remember during my years before I actually got involved again. Do you understand? There was a snob. I was called being choosy. I was called being all sort of names they called me. But I knew I had 2 young children that I was bringing up. I was not ready to fall in love with anybody because love will take my attention away from my children. Okay? Exactly. Exactly. Do you understand? So I was called a lot of names. That's what they would say to you, my brother. That's all the things that they would say to you. But don't listen to them. There were so many things I was called. Why wouldn't you do this? Why would you? I was not interested. In it, to be honest with you, because my focus was not getting into another relationship. My focus was being a mother to my children. Do you understand? Getting myself back on my feet, preparing my children. And I gave myself a time frame. Do you understand? They were young children. I do not encourage women, especially not men. I don't encourage women to come out of a relationship and go straight into another relationship. That is how you end up having children for different men. Do you understand? Women will come out of a relationship and jump into another relationship without actually mourning. I always say, you must mourn a relationship. You know how when someone dies, okay, sometimes it takes a while for it to hit you, the reality to hit you, okay? But you must mourn that relationship. Mourn the relationship. Make sure you are over, is long dead, buried, never to be revisited. One of the things that I do not like, that's a personal thing. One of the things that I would say is not right is, you see, people who come out of relationship and go back into the relationship. You come out of the relationship, you go. Those people are very unstable people, and you have to be extremely wary of them. They don't know where they're going. Do you understand? Now, one who doesn't know where he's going, do you understand, can never lead you to the right place or lead you to the right path, because they themselves are confused about where they're going. So that's why so it is better for you to stay, mourn the relationship, be sure that it is gone, long dead, buried, never to be revisited, before you move on to the next relationship. Don't jump out of a relationship and never do relationship rebound. A lot of people do relationship rebound. When you come out of a relationship and you get into another relationship, to get back at your ex is a waste of time. Trying to get back at your ex by getting into another relationship is a waste of time. It's like you're beating yourself. Do you understand? So for me, I feel when you come out of a relationship, take your time, take a deep breath. Know what you want, know your focus, know where you are in life. Have an idea of the kind of future you want, and then look for the kind of person that will help you, okay, to get to that place. Because this time around, you are not young anymore. Do you understand? So you cannot have 2 children, 4 children that you have to look after, and you are looking to fall in love and expect to fall in love the way you fell in love when you were 21 or 22 or 18. You are now a responsible adult with lives and destiny to manage, and you are responsible for. So the luxury is out of it. So you are going to be looking for people that would help you, support you if you're a mother now, to bring up those children. And if you're a father as well, you are looking for a decent woman that would want to participate in the lives of your children, even if they're with their mother. A woman who would encourage you to be a good father. Do you understand? So it is not like you just come out of a relationship and you just want to get into another relationship. People who do that, what's going to happen is you're going to leave a string of children all over the place if you're a man. And if you're a woman, you're going to end up having 4 children, 5 children for 5 different fathers. And that is because you were jumping from one relationship into the other. This is what causes it. So I would say, if they say you're a snob, let them call you a snob. You know what you're looking for. If you don't know what you're looking for, you know what you're looking for. Just make sure that you wait. It will come. It will come. Just make sure that you wait. Do you understand? And please, don't use people to pass the time. That's what I would say you shouldn't do. Do not use people to pass the time. Okay? Stay on the right course. Do you understand? And make sure you don't log on. Do you understand? If you don't intend to buy, don't log on, okay? And then just make sure that you know what you're looking for and you know that you are prepared. Do you understand? Relationship takes a lot of sacrifices and it comes with a lot of responsibility as well. Make sure that you are ready to commit. You are ready for this responsibility as well, okay? Before you get into that relationship again. Otherwise, do you understand? It's going to head down the same way, okay? Some people do it twice, 3 times. I pray that you will not have to. But really and honestly, you must have an idea of what it is that you're looking for. Sometimes you can buy the wrong goods though. Do you understand? When you're trying again, you might find yourself in a relationship where you are, what you thought it was, it's not what you thought it was. But you see, you just have to go, just take your time to program. Do you understand? Look for the one that you can manage, look for the one that you cannot manage, and find a way to make yourself happy. Because honestly, all men are the same, and all women are the same. Honestly, that is the truth. We are all the same. Okay? So let me see if there's any other question. Amen to that, Brother Kennedy. Good evening. Women love with their hearts and men love with what? Are you asking a question, Dupe? Men don't love like that. It's women that fall in love easily. A woman will fall in love in 2 weeks. A man, it would take time for a man to fall in love. It takes time. A man is not thinking of commitment until maybe 4 or 5 months down the line in the relationship. Believe me, even though he may be telling you I love you from day 1, day 2, it's not that men are not programmed like that. They don't feel what we feel as women like that. It's the woman that will meet a man on Monday, and by Friday you're already thinking of your wedding gown. Men don't program like that. A man has to get to a particular point in a relationship with you where he can trust you enough to let down his guard before he can think of commitment. That is the truth. And men, you can tell me if I'm wrong here. Okay, hold on a second. I'm looking at the question because thank you, Agbola. God bless you. Okay, I've answered that question. Okay, Faith Valadis, I like this fact teaching, and in my mind, I wish I could come across an opportunity to receive this kind of message before I got married. But the Lord take control over my mind. I sleep when I pray. The Lord will take control. No relationship is perfect. And believe me, I'm not speaking. Yeah, well, I'm not saying you don't love, but you don't fall like that. Do you understand? And it's not true. You don't love like that. You people. Men are visual. Do you understand? So what they see, do you understand, is what attracts them. And that's why we women go through all this stress of packaging. Look at the dress I'm wearing. It's so tight. I'm so uncomfortable. But do you understand what it is? What we do as women, we package ourselves because we understand that men are visual. So what a man sees is what attracts him. Then when he's attracted to it, then you'll be wondering what is inside. And that's where the commitment comes from. And that's why a woman needs to package herself. And that is why we package ourselves, because we know that men like to browse. Do you understand? And we will browse something that is not good looking or nice or interesting or enticing, all the words that you can think of. Thank you. Dupe say some relationships are not worth money. When I say mourning, I don't mean you should be mourning in the sense that you should cry over the relationship. That's not what I mean. What I mean is give yourself time. It's basically what I said. Give yourself time to process. Do you understand? To move away, for distance. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So that the relationship is completely out of sight before you get into another relationship. That is what I meant to say. Brother Victor, with your long post, it's easy to choose when you're young, struggling. Your love for who you are. It's hard to be single as a grown man in this 40s, earning good income in everything, looking fancy. They don't know where God is bringing you from. I strongly believe I'm getting so much pressure from women because they just know I'm single, successful, and obviously looking. Brother Victor, I think you're vain. I think you're a vain person. And you see, you're marketing yourself as well. So in fact, you yourself as well, Brother Victor, I must say, I think you need to really, really take it slow as well. Because everything that you have said now, do you understand? I'm reading what you wrote, Brother Victor. And everything that you have said here is pointing to me that you are a player as well, Brother Victor. Do you understand? Because you are talking about the external thing. Do you understand? You talk about good looks. You talk about money as well. That is what you're talking about. These are the external things. The things that are inside. That thing in you is what I'm talking about. What is it that will make you comfortable? What is it that you're looking for in a woman that you believe that you cannot do without? Do you understand? Because let me tell you something. What you put out is what you would bring back in. So if you put out fancy, dashing, handsome, money, and all that, those are the kind of women that you would attract. those are the kind of women that you will attract. Do you understand? But if you put out passion, honesty, all those, special virtues, do you understand? That is exactly what you know what they say. If you throw a net into the river or into the ocean, do you understand? I don't know. I think it's the type of fish you get depends on the type of bait as well. And that's why I think maybe you yourself need to just sort of like just move things around a little bit, okay? Sometimes attention does go to our head. Even as a woman, when you get too much attention, you are spoiled for choice. And if you're not careful, what happens is you're going to end up making the wrong choice because you have too much attention. Do you understand? And that's why I said, I think you need to calm down a little bit, work on yourself as well. See where you're going. What exactly are you looking for? Do you understand? What do you want out of this relationship? Forget all the external things, because these external things is not what's going to keep the relationship going. It's what will bring the relationship, or you start the relationship, but it's not what's going to keep it going. So begin to exhibit what you're looking for. If you're looking for honesty, an honest woman, exhibit honesty. If you're looking for a loyal woman, exhibit loyalty as well. If you're looking for a virtuous woman, let virtue be shown on you and seen on you as well. And then, do you understand? That is the kind of women that you would attract. But if you're fast, flashy car, money, smooth, handsome, good looking, and all that, you are going to find women exactly like that as well. I pray that God will lead all of us. That's just my prayer. At the end of the day, everything still goes back to God. Someone said, man love in line. I don't understand you, ma. Sister Susan says, who quickly gets over divorce? Is it the man or the woman? You want to know the truth? It's the woman. I know you say it's the man, but this is for another day because of time. We've gone 2 hours here. It's the woman that gets over, the woman gets over a divorce faster than men. It's just like, you see, people always say, even in terms of breakup, do you understand? When a relationship comes to an end, women get over it faster than men, The reason why we think it's men is because men hide their feelings. Do you understand? A man can be crying inside and you would think he's having the fun of his life, but he's not. Do you understand? So women tend to get over a relationship faster than men, because you know why? Because a woman will not jump out of a relationship. A woman will process it. Do you understand? Before a woman would decide that, you know what, I want to divorce him, she has already left him. She will leave him mentally, she will leave him emotionally, she will leave him financially without actually moving her physical body. Do you understand? So by the time she's coming out of it, that's if it's a woman making that decision. Do you understand? She's already found a way to give herself a soft landing. Only when it's in a situation where maybe it was the man that left, do you understand, abruptly, then the woman might find difficult to manage. But if it's the woman that was the one that said, you know what, I'm done, I don't want this relationship anymore, believe me, she's not saying it because she thought about it the day before. She has been thinking about it before. That's how women are. It's men that opt out of a relationship without thinking about it. And that's why you find that those of them who are not sure of the decision that they made, or they did it as a spur of the moment, okay, or they don't really know what they want, they keep going back into the past. They will go back and date the person they left. They will go back and date that person they left. And men like that, do you understand? If you really want to have peace in your life, you need to ensure that they let them find their own feet as well. Somebody who doesn't know where they're going is just going to slow you down, basically, honestly. Or they're going to cause you too much confusion because they will be branching. So the journey that you would make in 10 days, do you understand? For a man who keeps going backward and revisiting his past, do you understand? I can't let go. It might take you 10 years. So you are going to have to make up your mind what it is that you want. So then let them process what it is that they want. And if they can catch up with you, fine. And if they don't catch up, well, what can you do? Okay, so men do love, we just don't fall. Yeah, you love, but you don't fall, but you don't love early. Tell them if they will hear. It's just blatant truth. Which lady cares about the eternal thing? That is just what they want to see. But you see, that's what I'm saying to you, Brother Victor. That's what I said. What you're putting out is what you're getting. Do you understand? What you're putting out is what you're getting. You believe that it is what the women want to hear. That's what you're giving out to them. And you have to be extremely careful because you're going to catch the wrong fish. If you put out the wrong bait, you will catch the wrong fish. So that's why I said it's not about what the women want to hear. It's about what do you want? What are you looking for? What do you think will make you happy? Do you understand? What will bring you that inner peace? That is what you're looking for. So it's not about what is available anymore. When you're going around it the second time, you don't make do and you don't choose on what is available. You must know exactly what it is that you want, and then you go after what it is that you want. But this Favor says, because sometimes some men believe I'm handsome, rich, and therefore it's easy to get a woman when they are ready, but it will end up getting in matchable woman. I don't understand that, but I think I have an idea. Nowadays, a lot of people love for luxury and beauty. Well, you can't blame them, because they will say that the reason why they go for luxury and beauty is because there is no true love. But you see, the thing is, let me tell you something. Who's that? Who's that? Well, but the thing is, the reason why people will go for that is because, look, they say there's no true love. But you see, nobody can love you if you don't love yourself. And that's why I said, what you put out is what you get. Honestly, especially if you're searching, what you project out is what you will attract. Do you understand? So if you project flamboyance, you attract flamboyant women. If you project, quiet and, nice, whatever it is you want, that is what you would attract. Do you understand? Yeah, some people, as people who have been hurt, do you understand, in relationship, and they find it difficult to get over the hurt. They are the kind of people that when they're going into a relationship the second time, they're going to be looking at how they're going to benefit. Do you understand? They're not going to be looking to put into the relationship, because as far as they're concerned, they put in that other relationship and it did not work. So this time around, they're not ready to make sacrifices. They're just looking for where they're going to when you want to, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? When you want to gain what you lost somewhere from another place. And both men and women do this, especially when they're coming from a broken relationship. Okay. Sister Dupe, this is the last question I'm going to take so that we can round up. Sister Dupe says, what's my take on repeated infidelity? You see, it depends on the situation. You see, if the infidelity is in marriage, the way you're going to view it is different from if the infidelity is happening in a relationship. Now, we can say that, okay, as Christian, you're not supposed to be. You see, we're just talking. Do you understand? The fact of the matter is, people are in relationship. Do you understand? And they are doing what they're not supposed to do as Christian. That is what they're doing. So if we say we're not going to touch it, then we're going to be deceiving ourselves, because that is not the reality. The reality is these things are happening. Do you understand? So when you talk about infidelity, you need to look at in marriage, good. Okay, infidelity in marriage. Now, the way you're going to look at it is different from the way you're going to look at it if it's in a relationship. Now, I'll tell you something. If you're dating someone and you are not married and you haven't done you haven't committed yourselves, you understand? And there is repeated infidelity, I would tell you that it's a warning signal. It is not going to stop. If anything at all, when you make that commitment, it is going to increase. Because, do you know why? Because, number one, it could be because of the kind of person that person is. That was when we did temperament. Remember we talked about people's temperament. It could be the kind of person that person is. It could be the external influences, do you understand, that they saw when they were growing up as well, that has made them that kind of person as well. It could be a personal issue that they have with themselves. Do you understand? And until you actually find the core of the reason why somebody is being is doing that, do you understand, you are going to struggle. Now, I will say that if it's in a relationship, what you need to work out is, thank you, red flag, is to ask yourself whether you love this person enough to be able to help them to better themselves, or to be able to help them to stop it, or to be able to help them to manage it. That question is for you. It is not about the person anymore. Do you understand? You have to decide what works for you. Now, if you love that person that much, then you can start praying. You can start talking to them. You can start showing them more love. You can do all the necessary things that you need to do to see whether they will respond to love and understand that they don't need to be infidel. But if it's in a marriage, okay, number one, it is not supposed to be. As Christians, we are not supposed to do that. But the truth of the matter is, It happens. It is something that 85% of women are dealing with. Both religious and non-religious, both believers and unbelievers. Do you understand? Infidelity is the game. It's there. It's happening. But the truth of the matter is, do you understand? It depends on the stage in which the infidelity started as well. If it started in the middle, like maybe you have already gone past the middle of the marriage, okay? Do you understand? And you have invested a lot. You can't just give up. Do you understand? Or walk out of a relationship because of infidelity. You have to weigh what you have invested as well. Do you understand? Against what you have to deal with. Then you have to decide. Do you understand? How you are going to have to deal with it. Okay? So you see, it's not about how you feel anymore. It's about your focus in life. It's about the vision you have for yourself. It's about the time that you have. It's about your age as well. It's about where you are as well. It's about the children as well. Do you understand? And what you have given up for that relationship. These are the things that you look at first that would help you to make the right decision concerning repeated infidelity. And I'll tell you something for free today, okay? A lot of times when you find a partner, okay, cheating or doing infidelity, whatever it is you want to call it, do you understand? You know, sometimes some people blame themselves and say it's not them, maybe you're not doing enough, or maybe there's something wrong with you. No. Sometimes it has nothing to do with you. You can be the perfect husband, you can be the perfect wife, and your partner will still cheat. Your wife will still cheat, your husband will still cheat. It doesn't matter what you do for them, they will still go out there to go and search for more. Do you understand? This time around, you are not the one with the issue. You are not the one with the problem. They have their own personal problem. They have their own personal challenges. Maybe there is an empty thing in them. Maybe there is a hole in them. Do you understand? That they're looking to fill. What you have to do is, you see, you help them to a particular point and then you hands off. Do you understand? So that you don't kill yourself in the process. Okay? And you begin to build. Do you understand? You begin to build, you begin to restructure, and you begin to look for a way to manage that journey if you're not ready to leave the relationship or the marriage. But infidelity in marriage is not, I say, it's not enough reason for you to quit your marriage. It's not. Because there is no guarantee where you are going. How do you know the man will not even be more, will not do more than that? So you have to think of what you have invested before you make a decision when it is repeated as you said. And of course, guidance and prayer as well will help you as well. So I hope I've been able to answer your question to the best of my ability. Okay, Brother Victor says last question. Last question says, I promise, do you think it's selfish to tell a lady I don't want kids if we will ever get married, since I already have kids and she have kids too already? No, it's not selfish. It's what you want. That's why I said, you see, we're going to get to that on Adam and Eve, okay? It's what you want. One of the major reasons why we keep having issues in relationship and facing all those things that we face in relationship is because we are not truthful with our desires from the beginning. Do you understand? You see, we go into relationship expecting our partner to understand what we want, what we need, and what we desire. And that is where there is so much confusion. Do you understand? One thing about the Oyinbo people is sometimes they're very quite plain. You see people in relationship in I don't want to use the why, I say Oyinbo people, where they say, oh, I'm in an open relationship. Both of them know what they want, they know what they're after. And they have tabled it on the they put it on the table, and everybody understands what this person should expect. This is what I can give, this is what I cannot give. But in most of the relationships that we get ourselves into or we find ourselves in, do you understand? We are not honest with our real desires. We are not honest with our hopes. We're not honest with our needs. Do you understand? We're not vocal. Okay, we play this game where we would expect the person to know what we desire and what we want. I personally don't think there's anything wrong with it. If you've got children and the person already has children, you are not being selfish. What I would call selfish is if she doesn't have children, okay, and you have kids, and you're saying that you don't want kids, then I'll say that maybe you're being selfish in the sense that you're thinking Do you understand? About yourself alone. So if you know you don't want children, okay, you have no business looking for a woman that doesn't have children. That would be selfish. Do you understand? Because, of course, she would definitely want to have children, unless she has a medical reason why she doesn't want to have a child. Do you understand? So you look, that's why I said that you need to define what you want. Then look for what matches what you want. Don't deal with what is available, or don't box yourself into a corner by what is being offered to you. It is about what you want this time around and what can you offer this time around, so that it is well stated, it is clearly written out, and nobody will come around and say, oh, sorry, you never told me or you deceived me. May God guide us in our decisions in our relationship. You said, but women feel they don't have a stake in a man until they have kids with him. And I have a problem with that because I don't want more kids. Well, a woman that thinks that she needs to bear a man a child before she can feel like she has a stake in the man, then that woman needs to have her head checked. That's the truth. Children does not keep a man with a woman. Just like women are discovering every day that falling pregnant for a man does not mean the man will stay with you. If that was the case, then all the single women will not be single. Sorry, single mothers will not be out there and they will not be single. Do you understand? If it was a case of the number of children you have for a man is what keeps you to, no. Do you understand? No, it's got nothing to do with that. And I think women needs to be reorientated about that. It's, you see, it is not about the child. Do you understand? Yes, you are supposed to go into a marriage wanting to form a relationship, wanting to breed. You want to fill the whole earth. That is what God sent us to come and do, to go off and reproduce and be fruitful and multiply. I understand. But if you have multiplied somewhere else and you have been fruitful somewhere else, and the person have multiplied somewhere else and they've been fruitful somewhere else, and the two of you are coming together, do you understand? If anything at all, I think you should both decide on how you're going to make sure that you give the best to the children that you have had from this relationship. Do you understand? If it is not your desire to have children, both of you, it is not a must. Having a child does not mean the relationship will be sealed more than it will be sealed. It depends on what you do together, the bond you have together. Okay, the desire, the vision you have together. Are you working together? Do you have the same dream? Do you have the same aspiration? This is what will hold you two together. Do you understand? And that is what will, it's a blended family. And that's what will help, do you understand, for you to set up this platform where everything will be comfortable and you'll be able to actually flourish, both of you, without anybody feeling like anyone is being used as a stepping stone. Do you understand? So no, my brother, there is nothing wrong with you being vocal. And I will respect a man who is quite vocal about it, letting me know what they want and what they can give. So I will wait. Then I can make my own informed decision on whether I want to be in that relationship or not. It's when you don't tell me and I find out later that I think I would have issue with. But then that is my own personal opinion. You have to remember that as well. So I hope I've been able to help you in this, your relationship issue, Brother Victor. But really and honestly, it's about you deciding. Get a pen and paper. What do you want from a woman? You know what? Forget all the packaging. This is packaging, please. Forget the packaging. What exactly do you want? What makes you happy? And then begin to look for women who fit into that category. To be honest with you, it might not even be the looks. Do you understand? It might be something that you never really thought about, okay? And let the woman know exactly what you're offering as well. That way, I think it will make sense. Someone says, but it's natural to want to consummate the marriage with children. It depends on what is important to you. To each his own, actually. Do you understand? So I wouldn't say it's natural. Do you understand? Some women feel until they have a child for a man, they don't feel like, you know, I think it's a Yoruba thing. What's that Yoruba? I don't even know. Some people think that it's a natural thing. Like I said, it depends on the individuals involved. Do you understand? It's not a big deal to both of them. It doesn't mean anything. Do you understand? Marriage is, you see, marriage is something that you should see as a journey. And that journey you should see leading to somewhere. And where that journey is leading to is something that you should see that will glorify God in your life. And that will bring the vision you have for your life and the vision of God into reality. That is the way you should see marriage. It's a journey that you embark on. Do you understand? And you have a destination. Okay? That is the way you should see marriage. Marriage is not something, should not be seen as a playing ground or a ground where you are there just to reproduce, okay, and then bring up children. Remember that our first assignment in this world is the fact that God has created all of us for a purpose. There is a plan, an event, and timing as well. And in everything we do, including our relationship, we must make sure that we move it and shift it in such a way that we align it to what God wants us to do. That's what I think anyway. So my conclusion today is I believe that, okay, you are going to be giving lies, and its weight, contribution, and damage and detrimental effect to relationships a second. You're not going to take lies just like, okay, it's just a lie. You're going to understand that you lie as well. So when you are being lied to, you need to be very, very careful that you don't start acting like a victim. You understand that you yourself have lied to people before. You actually tell a lie, and you wait as well and make sure that whatever decision you want to make, you're not making it from a victim point of view, but if anything at all, for after critically thinking about it and processing and weighing it before you make your final decision about what you're going to do about the lies that you've been told in your relationship, especially if you've been unfortunate enough to deal or fall for the romantic liar. Now, I would also like to bring this episode of Adam and Eve to an end by asking you this question. So when was the last time you lied? I think I asked you that before. We all lie. We're already so we will laugh at that, okay, right? Never mind, Now, when we come next week, okay, because now we know that we all lie. Because today we were supposed to talk about who lies the most, okay? But if it was a man and a woman. But I thought, that question would take the point of Adam and Eve. It would take it away from the point of, which is for us to work on our relationship. Do you understand? And I didn't want us to just come and just joke about it and everything. My concern is if I speak to 10 people today and 3 of them go back and they go back and check and they realize where they've gone wrong as well, and they look inward and begin to work on themselves, and invariably it affects the relationship in a positive way, then I have achieved my purpose for coming out here today. Okay, I've achieved my purpose, and that's why I felt we needed to look at that. So we know the type of liars. You will know the kind of liar that you are. We know the type of lies that we tell as well. You see where you fall as well, and you make the necessary adjustments as well to ensure that whatever you do, regardless, do you understand, does not have a detrimental effect on the people around you. Do you understand? And you don't affect people around you in a negative way with your unconscious lie. Do you understand? And your careless attitude to lies as well. That is the main purpose of us having this program. So next week, Friday, when we come and gather here, then we will now discuss on who lies more, because now we know that we both lie. Okay, we'll now look at who lies more and the reason why whoever we decide lies more, and then ways in which the other party can make it easy so the person doesn't have to tell as much lies as they do. And I pray that as we begin to look through this and on this particular journey on Adam and Eve, I pray that we'll be able to adjust our relationship, okay, and then do the necessary things that we need to do, and we can stop feeling like victims in our relationship and beginning to understand that it takes 2 to tangle, and at the same time it takes 2 to untangle. Remember that it was Eve that gave the fruit to Adam because Eve was deceived by the serpent. Okay, well, we'll say, is it Eve's fault? Eve should not have listened to the serpent. She shouldn't have eaten the apple, and she shouldn't have given it to Adam. But the question as well is, why did Adam take the apple? Was he not warned not to eat from the tree? So why did he allow himself to be lied to? So you can see the confusion in the relationship and how they got sent out, and how all of us are here today and we're facing all this difficulty in our relationship. It was never the God's intention at the beginning, Johnson, to cause confusion in our relationship. But here we are in a confused environment, confused confused relationship with a lot of confused people, not knowing where to go and what to do anymore. But I pray that the God has given us this platform to gather on. The Holy Spirit will speak to us in the morning when we run our MCTC program. Please make sure that you also join us every morning, Monday to Friday, for our MCTC program. We're doing a lot there. We're encouraging ourselves spiritually. We pray, we motivate, we talk, we do all sorts there. And God has been really faithful to a lot of people. Lives have been changed on that morning program. It runs 7:30 in the morning, from 7:30 till about 8:30, sometimes 9 o'clock, depending on what we have to say. And honestly, you cannot afford, it's a good way to start the day for those of us that are in the same time zone. Okay, it's a good way to start the day. And if you're not, if you're on the other time zone and you're going to bed, it's a good thing to listen to just before you fall into bed. So many relationships have been repaired there. And remember, our goal on that platform is to perfect our relationship with God. This particular nation is built on 4 pillars, and that is the purpose, the plan, the event, and the timing for your life. I tell you today, there is a reason why you're in this world, and until you find that reason and begin to operate at the center of it, of God's plan for you, you are going to continuously be feeling left out wherever it is that you find yourself. I pray that God in his infinite mercy will bring all of us back to where we need to be and reorientate us in such a way that we are able to live with the joy of the Lord in our heart. At the same time, I want to tell you that knowing Christ does not mean you are not going to be exposed to crisis. Do you understand? But the important thing that you need to know is that knowing Christ, do you understand, is what will give you the strength to be able to deal with the crisis that you go through in life. And as you deal with this every day, I pray that we all get stronger in our relationship with God and in our healthy relationship as well. Remember, we are supposed to be ambassadors of Christ. We are not perfect, and nobody is righteous. But what God is concerned is that desire in you to want to be righteous, and he will meet you halfway. Till I come your way next time, I want to say thank you to all of you that stayed till the end. Sometimes, when you have to teach things, it takes the people who connect with you to finish with you. And believe me, it is those that finish that are the winners. So I thank God that you stayed from the beginning till the end. And I know that God would open your ears and your eyes and your heart to the things that you need to pick from this relationship so that you can use it, you understand, to reshape, rearrange, affect, restructure, especially even with the children, especially concerning this issue of lies. Lies is not something that you should take lightly. It is something that is destroying. It is something that has broken up families, brought nations to their knee, caused war as well amongst nations. And it's something that we must definitely keep an eye on, especially with the growing children. Thank you so very much. Remember, it's Friday, it's the weekend. Make sure you enjoy yourself. And don't forget, okay, that the prophet of the Most High God, Prophet Moses Muhyiddin Kasali, he just left. That was why I came out a bit late. He's on his way to Agelu 2020. Unfortunately, I cannot go because of the COVID and the coronavirus. I need to be extremely careful, so I cannot go. But he's going to be with the other men of God there. So I believe that they will be streaming it. I don't know when they'll be streaming, but anytime I notice, I will definitely share onto the page as well, so you can watch and partake in the prayer. I pray as you say amen to their prayers, I pray that God would answer your prayers as well, all the way from Agelu. Májẹ̀mú Agelu, orí òkè Agelu, á jẹ́ fún èmi àti yín in the mighty name of Jesus. So stay tuned to the page. Turn on the notification on all the pages. If you want to be a part of this family, we are Edidians from Edidi Nation, and I am streaming live from Planet of Edidi Testimony. You don't have to do anything. Just follow all the pages. That's Planet of Edidi Testimonies, Moses Kasali, Baba Lashir. I'm also on YouTube as Dolakwa Washika, and on Facebook as Dolakwa Washika, and MCTC Studio on Instagram, Twitter as well, and on Instagram. Prophet of Messiah God is Baba Edidi, and I am Lady Dolakwa Washika. Please follow, turn on notification, and subscribe to all the pages so that you don't miss in any of the wonderful things that God is doing through this planet. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Put up your alarm for 7:30 in the morning, Monday to Friday. MCTC is the best way, is the best coffee and best tea that you can ever have in the morning, just for you to start your day in a great way. Somebody said they're at work. God bless you at work where you are. God bless you at work. Hey, my one of my admin has finally woken up. You are welcome on board. God bless you. I'm sure she's had a very, very long day. God bless all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All MCTC member and all OMADD across the world. I thank God. God is really doing a great thing. Remember, we're having issues last week? And I wasn't able to do the program today and yesterday as well due to network. But I give glory to God. We've been able to get an external antenna. We're still looking at a ways to sort it out. You know where we are? We're in a very, very remote area. And I believe that from now on, we should have smooth transmission when we come live on this platform. So I thank God for that. Congratulations to all of you. We've been able to do that. I couldn't have done it without your support, and I thank God for giving me people like you as well. So please look out for Agelu 2020. I'll post it. I think they're supposed to start one at 12 today, but I don't know if they're streaming it, but I'll look for it. If it's there, I will definitely post it as well. And of course, your prophet will be speaking to you from there as well. Sister Teresa, where have you been? Oh, really? You decided to be silent today? Just like God bless you. Please make sure you do something fun this weekend. Take your family out if you have one. Those of you that don't have family with them, brother Victor, if you don't have your wife with you, or you don't have your daughters or your children with you, make sure that you don't go and browse and log on where you know that you are not going to enter your passcode, so that you don't enter wahala. I pray that God will guide you and lead you in the right path in the mighty name of Jesus. Agelu is in, don't ask me, I think Agelu is in, after he's saying, I don't know, but Agelu Jerusalem anyway. It's a yearly program that we go for, but we couldn't go this year because of the COVID. But I pray that maybe COVID would have cleared by September, when we're going to be doing a Re-ADD 2020. That's another wonderful program, but that would take place on Orioke Alashiyori or Jededi 2. Mania ni ilu Ibadan. That's how I used to say it, but now I know. The system, when the system will crash, system money crash lórúkọ Jésù. System money crash lórúkọ Jésù. That is all I have to say to you today. Thank you so much for contributing. I appreciate all your questions. It really I'm going to call you when we're done now. It's really it challenges me when people ask questions, because it gives me that desire to want to go and do more research and learn. So I'll see you next Friday on Adam and Eve, same time at 10 p.m. near Barolong, to talk about who lies more now that we know what lie is. To crash. Okay, that's what you mean. That's what you mean. Okay, that's what you mean by the system will crash. Okay, they log on with the wrong password. Exactly. So that they don't go and put in the wrong password. Lórúkọ Jésù, we will not enter the wrong password in the mighty name of Jesus. Somebody actually mentioned about the spread of COVID in the United States and how it's killing a lot of people. On MCTC, I'm going to speak to admin and stakeholders. There's a program we're planning. We're going to dedicate maybe 15 minutes, and which day I don't know, where we're just going to be waiting on God and praying concerning COVID-19, asking God to intervene, to step in. Thank you. To step into that situation. Lórúkọ Jésù, none of us will go with COVID in the mighty name of Jesus. This wind will blow over us in Jesus' mighty name. And at the end of it, we will be counted amongst the 1/3 that will be left. Remember its promises for us in Exodus, I think chapter 12, verse 13, I believe. You know that we will feel it. It will pass. We will feel the breeze, but never will it kill us. Lórúkọ Jésù, COVID-19 will not kill you. Thank you so much, my good brother and brother Victor Oking. God bless you. God bless your ministry as well. Thank you for stopping by as well. When we support ourselves like this, it's always very good. So next time I see that you're live, I will stop by as well and let you know that I'm watching as well. Keep up the good work. May God guide us in all the field that He has put us. May He continue to direct our feet as well. And I pray that God will meet all of us at the very point of our needs in the mighty name of Jesus. In the mighty name of Jesus, I want to tell you that regardless of what you're going through, believe me, we all have our own challenges. We all have our own issues. We all have things that we're dealing with. But one thing I want you to know is God is faithful. God is faithful. So when He says, be still and know that I am God, that is exactly what you should do, because God has a great plan for you. And believe me, His plan for you is of good and not of evil, to give you a future and great hope. Next week, we're going to be looking at what we're going to be doing on Monday. morning is going to be called the ignored message. I would need you to watch this because we're going to be looking at the life of Prophet Jeremiah. And when I studied it, honestly, it opened my eyes to a lot of things. And the Holy Spirit ministered great things to me through this, the book of Jeremiah. So please join me on Monday for the ignored message, okay? And the ignored messenger as well. It would open your eyes to a great thing as well. So please put up the notification and make sure that you are always here with us. Thank you, Sister Bisola. Thank you so much. Brother Kendi, thank you. Sister Madia, I noticed you were there. Thank you so very much. I think those of you in America are awake. Thank you so very much. I can't mention all the names. Sister Molara, if you're there. Abiola Olajiron, God bless you. Yemi Ogusheton, God bless you as well. Brother Memphis, are you there? You're quiet today. God bless you as well. Admin 1, Admin 2, God bless you. Stakeholders, God bless you. Board of Trustees, God bless you as well. Sister Dupe Brisibe, God bless you as well. Sister Teresa, I cited you earlier on as well. God bless you. Deaconess, God bless you. Sister Susan, God bless you as well. Don't worry. Don't worry. They share your show towards me, so I know who you are. God bless you. Thank you so very much, all of you. May God, Otumba is here. God bless you. I don't think Mommy is here because I know she won't make it in the evening. I cannot read all the names anyway, but God bless everybody. Make sure you relax. When I'm done now, remember, I'm home alone. Hubby has gone to the mountain, so I'm going to have a cold drink and probably call a few friends and gist. And then, of course, I'm going to try and rest as much as I can. And, of course, have a lot of things to do as well. But there is a program on the mountain on Sunday. So if you do want to come, by the grace of God, I should be here. We can always fellowship and worship together on Sunday. But definitely, MCTC will reconvene on Monday morning, same time at 7:30 a.m., same planet for the ignored message. God bless you. Till I see you next time. God hold you, God keep you. And I pray that your bank balance would have increased by the time I see you next week, in the mighty name of Jesus. Same prayer for all of us. May God surprise you before I see you next week in the mighty name of Jesus. And to all the people in America, may the protection of God be with you. May you not lose any of your families to this horrible and horrific chaos and disease. May the covering of the blood of Jesus continue to be over you, all of you in America, and may God still this wave, and I don't know, may God just stop it, because this COVID thing is a big deal. But I know that is in control. God bless you, and I'll see you next week on Monday morning, or maybe on Sunday. Actually, I might come out and do the Sunday program on Sunday. But just stick to the page and make sure you turn on the notification so you can catch me anytime I come out again. God bless you. Enjoy your weekend. I'm going to enjoy my own. Enjoy. Leave the problem alone. We will continue on Monday. Goodbye, and God bless you.